As much as I would like to chill with this little water background here that I found on the internet, I got my buttons working. I want to get this jacket off. I want to jacket off live on stream. We got some stuff to cover. I was so short. I always do this, you know? Every stream, I'm like, oh, I'll set up stream before stream. Except for when I was coming back, you know, when I was on my hiatus. I was gone for like a month. I did set up everything like the day ahead of time because I'm like, this is going to be a big stream. I'm coming back. You know, it's a big deal. Everything's got to be working. So, you'll notice, for people that have been watching all the streams, first off, let me load up the streams to make sure I'm even live. How does he sound? You'll notice he sounds like a dick. Alright. I was on my hiatus. I was gone for like a month. Look at that title. Alright, that sucks. But I'm keeping it because it's funny. Spingebill Cosmic rerunns. You could tell how frantically I typed that. I did want to put Spingebill on purpose, but I put spinbebillcosmic rerurns. That's the title. Let's bring it up on the phone. Alright, so we're good. We're all cut up. So let me describe my day. How this whole thing transpired. First thing, alright, I said on yesterday's stream that the Game Capture HD, I think it was yesterday's stream, my Game Capture HD, my old capture card is just not working anymore. So I need to get an AV to HDMI adapter. I haven't even tested if it works. And you'll see why in a second. Because it could very well not work, and then we're gonna have a huge problem, and I'm gonna have to buy an entirely new capture card. I couldn't even find another capture card that captures like AV components, so we may be in trouble. Regardless, I maybe it's a Windows 11 thing, but ever since I got this new computer, it has not worked with it. So I ordered an AV to HDMI converter, and it said it was going to come the night of yesterday. Checking the order. Alright, I checked the order last night. I'm like, there's no way it's coming tonight. It'll come tomorrow, right? And packages normally come, like, early. At least to here. So I was like, okay, I'll be able to pick up the package before stream to set up the PS2 to play SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, right? Because that's what, today's Tuesday. I was going to, this schedule already, right off the bat, is just completely washed. I messed everything up. I got this little, not an alert, but I checked my little Amazon app, and it says it's arriving between 3:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. I don't know if you know this, but I stream from like 1 to 4, so even if it did come the earliest, I would stall for like 2.5 hours, and then that potentially last 30 minutes would have been the SpongeBob stream. So SpongeBob PS2 is not going to work. On top of that, while I was setting it up, you know, oh, maybe the Game Capture HD will work, you know, you never know until you try. I was going through my little controller drawers, going through all my controllers, and I had all my controllers, have on my GameCube, have on my Xbox, have on my everything. I couldn't help but notice that none of my PlayStation controllers are there. I don't know where they are. It's possible they're upstairs, because we have like a community ottoman, because we had a PS2 up there. But they're not in the ottoman anymore, and my roommate sells a lot of stuff, and I haven't heard back from him, so there's like maybe a 10% chance that he sold all my PlayStation controllers without knowing. But if not, then I just straight up don't know where they are. Best case scenario is like, oh, I moved them, I know where they are, because I just like reorganized this place. I know where everything is now, because I let garbage pile up during the hiatus, and I was like, I'm gonna rearrange everything. So I legitimately don't know where the PS2 or all PlayStation controllers could be if not in that bin. Because I know where they should be, because the drawer they're supposed to be in is practically empty. That's where they were. So clearly something is up. They've gone somewhere. So as much as I wanted to play SpongeBob on the PS2 today, no PS2 controllers. It won't turn on too. That's like an issue I didn't mention, but I just assumed I did something wrong, or it's not plugged. It's probably not plugged in, whatever. And the game and my computer, my Streamlabs, is not recognizing Game Capture HD. So it's looking like going forward, we will need that AV to HDMI adapter to get it to work. So maybe if it arrives, I'll check out at like 3:30 to see if it's arrived, like right on the dot, like immediately opening the door, like, give me my package. I'll open it up, and if we have time, if it does happen in the time, we'll test it out on stream and see if it works. Because if it doesn't, then we're gonna have to order a different thing. And the Banjo stream, and the Fire Red, and the Brawl stream are completely fucked. Basically, the schedule is washed. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I have something planned for the 19th. And it's pretty big, but I'll do the announcement video later. I need a drink, is what I need. I did get some packages today, they weren't the ones I needed, though. I got a wind chime for outside, and I'll just show you how... Oh, I totally forgot. Oh, right before the stream, while I was frantically typing, I knocked over my can. I'm lucky I just naturally kept talking and waited long enough for 5 minutes, because if I opened this, it would have exploded in my face. Would you guys like to see the amount of birdseed I bought? Because earlier, I guess middle of May, I've been leaving out birdseed for the birds out there so that I can befriend the birds. And I put a little setup out there. I have a fake silver, like, plastic pumpkin. And now I put wind chimes out there. I'm making a nice place for the birds. And I have a glass door across from my bed. I always leave the blinds open because I'm voyeuristic. And their little setup is right there. So whenever I wake up or just lying in my bed, I can look there and, oh, there's a bunch of birds. I saw a cardinal one day. Whatever amount of birdseed you think I bought, I guarantee it's more. I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring the birdseed I bought over right now. £20. 20 pounds of birdseed. I'll do anything for my birds, alright? If I can't have a pet right now, I can at least look at pretty birds and befriend them. There's enough crows out here. I'm hoping they're starting to recognize me so I can form some kind of army of crows, because crows are very intelligent. And they like giving gifts. So, I'm gonna put the birdseed back. I know this is a long bit, but I really wanted to show this off, alright? It's important to me. And then we'll get into what we're going to do, because I have a backup plan. I have to make sure it's jammed in there so it doesn't spill birdseed all over my carpeted floor. Okay, so the issue is that without the Game Capture HD, the old capture card, we cannot capture AV games, which means we can only capture games that run consoles that run on HDMI, which is the Wii U, which is backwards compatible with the Wii, Switch, Xbox One and Series X, and the 360. So I looked at my list of games and was like, I don't know, do I really want to start a new series? Am I cut off up here? That's not correct. Weird. So I don't want to start a new series. So what I needed was a game that I could play on a modern console, modern enough. Series, not starting a new series, but continuing an old one. And I need it to go along with whatever I planned on doing today. And what I planned on doing today was continuing SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. The only reason I'm playing that game in the first place, if you remember, is because I spun a wheel of 14 3D platformers 3D platformer series that I want to continue going forward, and I landed on SpongeBob, which is no Crash, no Spyro, no Mario, no Ratchet, no Pac-Man, no Croc, no Gex. I landed on SpongeBob. So I was like, okay, well that's fine. People really like SpongeBob 3D platformers, and Revenge of the Flying Dutchman is the first one, and then Revenge of Bikini Bottom, or Battle of Bikini Bottom, is right after that. So I'll just beat Flying Dutchman real quick. It has not been real quick. It's been 2 streams, and I've barely made any progress. I think 3 streams, but to be fair, one of them was the beanbag stream, and that was a mess. So, I need to coincide with this stream, a SpongeBob 3D platformer that I already started this year and can run on modern hardware can play it. So you probably already know where this is going. We are going to continue, or at least for today, go back to SpongeBob SquarePants and the Cosmic Shake. I don't remember where we ended off or even how the game controls. Okay. Well, this is throwing a wrench into my plans. But it's updating fast. This game came out and then kind of just fell off the face of the earth. Nobody really talked about it. So I guess halfway through the year is as good a time as any to continue playing it. So that's what I'm going to do. Continue playing SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake. Because then, there are a lot of SpongeBob 3D platformers, right? So I'm currently playing, if we're counting Flying Dutchman as currently playing, even though, you know, it's been a couple months, the first and last one. So then I'm going to move inward. My original plan, the reason I spun the wheel is because each of those games on the wheel was the first in a 3D platformer series. And the idea is like, oh, you spin the first, you spin for a series and then keep continuing that series. I think instead what I'm going to do, and this is probably what I had planned initially anyway, is every time I beat the 3D platformer that was from the wheel, I'm going to spin the wheel again. Because if you remember, I did play Spyro 1 in the Reignited Trilogy on stream. So when I consulted the wheel, I started with Spyro 2. Spyro 2 was on the wheel. Which means that whenever I beat Revenge of Flying Dutchman, I am then going to get Battle of Bikini Bottom, which is the next one, put it on the wheel, and spin the wheel again, and see what I get. And regardless of what I land on, I'm still going to continue playing Banjo. It's just a matter of if I want to do Donkey Kong 64 immediately after Banjo. Speaking of which, now that I got my little Stream Deck fixed, I fixed everything except for the capture card issue. So I got...
Okay.
See, we got everything. Oh, Andrew, you do such a good job. Thank you, Dr. Ultra. You're welcome. I thought it was gonna... Okay. Well... Oh, I'm out of SpongeBob production music. Well, that's perfect timing. You would think this is stock music, because SpongeBob uses a lot of stock music, but no, I've been claimed for this before, so I'm just gonna continue. I think I intended to 100% this, or at least, like, backtrack through other levels. Is the game really loud? Let me listen to the stream. I almost just knocked my drink over all over my keyboard. That's the second time... I feel like the world's trying to tell me something. Well, for sure the world's trying to tell me not to play Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Because every time I try and play it, something goes awful. Let me listen to the stream. I almost just knocked my drink over. The game seems a tad loud. Especially because it's always background music. How's that? The world's trying to tell me not to play Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Because every time I try and play it, something goes awful. Let me listen to the stream. I almost just knocked my drink over. The game seems a tad loud. Especially because it's always background music. How's that? That's probably fine, right? We're good. I don't know where we are or what we're doing, but we're gonna figure it out together. Don't worry, guys. This takes me back. This doesn't feel like... 2023 feels like it still just started, but I played this, like... What, like, January 20... Or, like, end of January? How do I ground pound? There we go. End of January 2023. And yet it still feels like forever ago. It does worry me a little bit that I started a ton of stuff. I don't think I finished anything in 2023 that I started. That was the point of June, right? That's why I, just real quick, heading back here. I set up this schedule perfectly so that I would finish SpongeBob, Banjo, Fire Red within the month, right? Because that's probably how many days I need for each. Of course, that's assuming I don't suck at the games. But remember, I looked up a long play of the of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and it was like 5 hours, and my streams are normally 3, so I don't know how I got that far behind. All right, how do I? What's my hook button?
Not goo.
It's okay. The goo. I'm relearning everything. All right, I'm getting back. I'm getting my footing. Okay, so there's clams in each level. So there's 3 more clams. What other collectibles are there? Sticky notes. Okay, but that's the hub world. I'm sure there's other stuff, but I gotta focus on clams, I guess. Oh, and find Spot. Right.
Sweet.
Freaky sweet. Okay, now I remember. Right, he keeps saying that. The only Spot I care about is I want to see Spider-Verse a third time. Dodge, midair, grab, interact, talk, spin attack, move, camera, change. That's the change account button? Move, SpongeBob, spin, attack, jump, double jump, glide, dodge. So I don't know what the, what my hook button is. Okay, that does dodge.
Uh-oh, not goo.
Alright, well, I definitely came from there. This is a checkpoint, because it says it.
Sticky sweet.
Freaky sweet! Okay, I don't... There's gotta be something I'm missing. Like a button input or something? I'm sorry this is, hard to watch, but... Do I keep my bubbles every time I die? Like, is this an infinite source? I don't think it is. But once I go over there, I gotta figure out the hook. The hooks, boy. Oh, beware the hooks. Don't I have this costume? Yeah, I don't want to be a pirate. I gotta put that suit on, sailor. It's already been paid for. Oh. Hold on. Toggle HUD, bubble throw. Swing hook is right trigger. Okay, so I should have been paying attention. Yar. Yar har. Is Lazy Town was Nickelodeon, right? Because I only just now realized, or I figured out because someone posted about it. I learned new information that the Paw Patrol movie that came out and nobody told me was a Nickelodeon movie, but I didn't know they owned it. People don't give them a whole lot of credit, but Nickelodeon is like
So gooey.
the leading of like preschool content, right? Because they got Dora, they got Blue's Clues. It's probably like people talk about SpongeBob, but honestly, their preschool brands are their most, oh god, are their most popular brands. Did they release the Blue's Clues movie that was like Far From Home yet? The one where it's the 3 Blue's Clues into the Blue's Clues verse. They should make a SpongeBob verse movie, but they're not like different SpongeBobs, they're just like different movie SpongeBobs. Because, you know, people always post that art of, like, a 90s SpongeBob versus modern SpongeBob, but 90s SpongeBob is... SpongeBob came out in 99, so just, like, a couple months. I let go too early. I'm good. But I would like to see that. I think it would be funny. But probably not a very good movie. I love art like that.
Sticky sweet.
Freaky sweet, Lowish. Alright, hold on. Okay. You gotta do everything in your power to make that. Okay. So, I'm looking for Spot. The Spot. And I'm trying to get clam shells. Or scallops. Everything I know about marine life I got from SpongeBob. And Flapjack, I guess. Those were like some of my favorites as a kid. They might be why I still love the pirate lifestyle, you know? Ride the open seas. Because everyone's like, oh, you're a ninja kid or like whatever your a race car driver, a fireman, whatever. A kid's always got something. I was a pirate kid. Ooh. And as a kid, I went on a pirate ship and met a kid with no big toenail. That's a true story. He told me it's because it got ran over by a car. Which is possible. But likely, I don't know. That's all I remember. We also shot a potato out of a cannon. I don't remember where it was. I just remember my grandparents took me because they knew how much I loved pirates. Loved is past tense, but I still love pirates. Okay, well, I'm up here. So I go that way. Let's talk to Sergi first. This is just like Tears of the Kingdom. Hello?
I wish I was like dancing with my girlfriends, but they're not here. And even if they were, there's like no music.
You heard the lady, SpongeBob. Time to make some music.
Oops, sorry.
Find the treasure, make music. Can we reset this?
Dancing with my girlfriends, but
Okay. Orange, orange, blue, red, green, orange. Orange, orange, blue, red, green, orange.
Oops,
It was
sorry.
blue, red, wasn't it? Damn. Alright.
I wish I was like
Yep.
dancing.
Orange, orange, blue, red, green, orange. Blue, red, green, orange.
Bubbles!
I made music.
You helped me, even though this was like totally not your problem. To show my gratitude, I will grant you like a wish or whatever.
I wish I had a new wife. Oh, I don't have the laugh track. Applause is good enough. I'll take applause. I missed that, man. That if a joke doesn't land, or it's just a shitty joke, that's the perfect crap. And it's perfect.
I wish that SpongeBob and I could reach the treasure on the golden ship so we could become like, you know, like totally bit-worthy pirates.
Say right, my beloved friends.
She's gonna shoot us out of a cannon? Arrgh! What do you mean safe flight? Wait a minute, what does she mean by that? Does anyone not find that really cryptic?
This constant air travel seems a little unsafe.
So gooey.
Okay, I was worried I have to like control something, but I don't. Alright, new checkpoint. I made progress. I think when I was playing this game regularly, I was doing my my banjo style, where you 100% a level a stream, so then you don't have to go back. But I think the game requires a lot of backtracking. I only got to like level 3, but there's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7, so, and I'm already like basically halfway through this one probably. So you know, let's just see where we end up. Ah, the rickety floorboard. It's here! Under the floor! Okay.
Patrick, look! Pinda's shipwreck! We should look for lost treasure!
We should look for bodies.
Oi! Spot marks, ho!
Oi! Wait, Spot. There's a coin over there. I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go.
You think it has chocolate inside?
But I'll take it. I think I was supposed to go this way.
I like it because it's squishy.
So there are coins in each level. Coins in each level too, but they don't give you the little counter like they do for other objectives. Ooh, I thought he would snap the ledge. That's my bad, my fault. Do we have to get it again?
Ahoy! Spot marks, ho!
I think so. Well, there's the treasure. There's a treasure. Okay, I did already get that, but I can...
Ahoy! Spot
Okay, I thought I would...
marks, ho!
I thought I could phase through the little... the branches. The bamboo. I could not.
Ahoy! Spot marks, ho!
I hope he says it again. It's my favorite SpongeBob quote. Can I break this? No. I think I was a little off that time. Okay. Don't. Just There you go. I need those. I can come back easily.
Ooh, more jelly.
Just, again, for longtime stream fans, I have terrible depth perception, so I really gotta use these shadows, and even then, like, it's not a huge help. Okay, where's this taking us?
Ahoy!
Nowhere.
Spot marks ho!
I couldn't land there? Oh, I hope he says it again.
Ahoy!
Ah, I love when he says that.
Ho!
I don't know where I'm supposed to go with that, so let's just... And the treasure seems to be the correct way, and there's other stuff around. I see Spot, though. Oh, do I take the Spurf board over to Spot? I don't think it'll reach.
Ahoy! Spot marks ho!
I gotta make it to that one. Is there a way to speed that up? Hold on. You guys are gonna have to hear him say this over and over, because this is trial and error. Ahoy! Spot marks ho! Hope you guys like that voice line, because we're gonna be hearing it a lot. Is there any way to speed this up?
Spot marks ho! Ahoy! Spot marks ho!
And then we go back. I know if I die, it's gonna send me back and I'm gonna have to listen to him again. But he can't say it anymore because I have Spot. I don't know if that's saved. I think there's a little thing that appears at the bottom if it does. Alright, let's just get the treasure. Ahoy! Spot marks ho! That's also why I always, aside from the pirate iconography, I lump SpongeBob and Flapjack in the same spot in my mind. Spot. Ahoy! Spot marks ho! Extra super SpongeBob superfan quiz. What episode is that from? Scallops. That's another thing that, like, again, everything I know about... Excuse me? About marine biology comes from, SpongeBob. I didn't even know scallops were a thing. Like, I was like, oh, those are clams. And you see them, like, flying like they're birds in SpongeBob universe. But it's because if you watch them, like, how they swim underwater, they actually move like that.
Shiver me timbers, you're alive? I mean, welcome back!
Pinza
You've
Rosa.
truly earned your pirate names. From now on, you shall call yourselves... I don't know, whatever you can think of.
Hey, you never said there'd
What's
be
that squishing
thinking
noise?
involved.
I gotta say, though, playing this and what I remember from Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, they're the same thing, basically. You go to a level, and everyone's differently themed. I guess that's not true at all, now that I think about it.
I have a mermaid
I just
to
lied.
impress, so you better make good on your promise.
Come about with that volume, me airheaded lad, before you alert the Lagoon Guard.
Do you hear that?
They're a ruthless bunch who'll stop at nothing to get their fins on me treasure.
Ugh.
So, of course you'll be compensated for all your thinking with this beautifully crafted treasure chest. Contents not included.
Wow, the chest is the best part! Anything you put in a treasure chest becomes treasure. I should let Gary sleep in there.
Aw.
Okay, fine. But I still want a cool pirate name.
I'm Pegleg the Pirate. I'm Blindbeard the Pirate. Are we being shanghaied? You wish. Alright. Well, who's making the gross sucking noise? These will come back, don't worry.
Don't hurt my friend.
We're good. It's this guy. Damn, he waves. Shockwave. I'll stand over here. I should have got, now that I have sound effects loaded up again, I should have gotten that, that Stonehenge, the boom. Well, I have the Vine boom. That'll work. What's going on, guys? Oh, that's okay. You can keep it. I gotta say, though, I haven't, like... Ever since I was a kid, I didn't like the beach, but now... I feel like we talked about this when it came to seasons. Where, like, Halloween is mostly nostalgia. The same thing with, like, summer. Summer isn't actually fun for me at all. But I'm, like, nostalgic... Oh, I fucked up. For, like, summer stuff. Summer iconography. I know I keep using that word, but... it applies, and also, like, I learned it earlier this year, so I'm like, oh, cool, new word. I can't reach that. But it reigns true that, like, all the stuff associated with it, just imagery-wise, I find deeply nostalgic. Probably because, like, we went to the beach a lot as when I was a kid, and by a lot, it's just, like, once a year. Or, like, every year, which... I guess, like, isn't a lot, but, like, for us it was. For me it was because I didn't like the beach. I mean, I liked it as a kid. I liked playing there. But you get what I'm trying to say. And I go more in depth with this in my August video, which I already wrote, because I wrote everything this year, like, way ahead of time. What was I saying? So yeah, just getting back from the beach, and as a kid, like, we would frequent the beach, and there was a specific show that came out that one summer. Everything was, like, summer themed, and also, like, Flapjack. I think it just turned 15 this year, because I remember that June when it came out, 2008, like, being at the beach, you know, and feel like, oh, it's like we're in Stormalong Harbor, and we rode a trolley that year to, like, get to the beach, and we were doing the whole foot burn gimmick. If I do ever make a Flapjack video, I'll go more in depth, because it's the only thing me and, like, I'm very close to my younger sister, but it's the only thing me and my older sister ever bond over is, like, hey, remember when we were kids? And a decent amount of that is Flapjack. So I would like to talk about it. And I mentioned it briefly in, like, the Clone Wars video. I'm like, hey, would anyone want to see, like, a Flapjack video? And most of the comments I got on that video, were like, hey, make a Chowder and Flapjack retrospective. I don't know if I would make those the same video, or, like, one big video, or if I would make them two separate videos. Hold on. Can I, like, zoom in? Was it funny? Was that a funny meme? I'll go in there in a sec. Hold on, I need... When I ripped my pants. Wait, can I, like, homing attack that? How do I do that? I unlocked, like, a Sonic homing attack at some point. But I don't remember how. Oh. Yeah, okay. They put everything in the... See, that's what I would do if I was making a 3D platformer. I would just, like, take one thing from all my favorite 3D platformers and just do that. Hey, dude, this is a really dangerous spot. You should not be in here. Chain reaction. Aww. Yoink. I do say that a lot. I told you, dude, you shouldn't be in here. What's your deal?
Ouch.
You're safe, citizen. I'm pretty sure this is the area I already did earlier in the level, because it's coming back to me now. But because I just reloaded from a checkpoint when I loaded in. I mean, it's cool that a game I haven't touched in months, like, knows where I'm supposed to be. But I gotta get back up so I could... Okay, so I can go back on top where Mr. Krabs is. Because there's a pathway that leads up there. I just need to get back to it. I hope I can do that and I didn't, like, screw myself. Starting to get worried, though. Okay, this is going upwards. Onwards and upwards! That goes in, right? So that might lead us back up. Yeah, okay. Holy shit. Whoa, okay, chill. Whew. Daddy, chill. What the hell is even that? I do love how this game controls, though. Now that I'm, like, relearning everything, it's so smooth. It's very clearly taken, from the infrastructure built up in Battle of the Bikini Bottom rehydrated. That's the path for all 3D platformers now, and I love it. They remake their old games in a new engine, and then use that engine to make a new game. Crash 4, new SpongeBob. They didn't make a new Spyro game. They should. Allegedly, there's going to be a Croc collection soon. I hope it means we get a new Croc game. I know he's there, but we gotta go here. I imagine we ground pound this. Ah, Call of the Boats, okay. Okay, I was gonna say, am I to land on these, or am I just gonna, are they obstacles? I think we're good. Ah, the world of SpongeBob. Much like our own, but slightly different. You ever get asked one of those questions like, oh, if you could live in any, like, book or, like, any universe, what would it be? But, like, I really like Star Wars, but that, it seems miserable to live there. So I would probably go with Pokemon. Because it's all, anything that's, like, animal-based. But not, like, Animorphs, because those aren't, like, friends of animals. They're just, like, I mean, some of them are friends, but there's a select few. Where, that's the thing, right? Is that in, like, Star Wars or, like, Harry Potter or, like, Animorphs, to be important in that universe, you have to be, like, the chosen one, or you have to be really good at fighting or whatever. This is the shame checkpoint. We looped back around. Where it's like, oh, man, I wanna live in Hunger Games world or whatever. You don't want to do that, first of all. It's like, what's a better example? I don't know. Like, oh, I want to live in Twilight World so I can hang out with vampires. Twilight World is just normal world, except there are vampires. You would have to be, like, lucky or just coincidental for the vampires to choose you to hang out with. Whereas in the Pokemon world, if you want to live in Pokemon, every single person in that world is obsessed with Pokemon. There are no normal jobs. Everyone's like, oh, I'm a Pokemon breeder. I'm a Pokemon trainer. I do contests. Like, every single living person in the Pokemon world is obsessed with Pokemon. So it's not like you have to be the chosen one, or even particularly good. There just are Pokemon. And of course that means, like, if you're out in the wild, there's a lot of shit that can kill you. But then you just get Pokemon to defend yourself. Or just don't, you know, if you don't want to be stung by a Beedrill, just don't go in the forest. That's their territory. They also, however, they do have, like, 9/11s, like, all the time, because occasionally legendary Pokemon just, like, attack cities. I don't know where I would live. If we're assuming that the Pokemon world, like, in this hypothetical, does our world turn into Pokemon world, or are we just in Pokemon world? Because there's generations or regions that are mostly based on, like, Japan, or Spain, or the UK, or Hawaii, or France. Because I'm on the East Coast, I guess I would be closest to Unova. Which I'm cool with. All the legendaries that are dangerous are in, like, a cave. But there are, like, evil wizard men who try and... Honestly, their whole evil plan is just like, hey, don't use Pokemon. Which I'm already not doing, like, currently. So... I think I'm alright. Honestly, yeah, I think... all the American-based giant legendary incidents are either going to a different dimension or, I don't know, Zoroark and Mega Mewtwo attacking a city or something. Which, like, yeah, that's bad, but, I think it'd be worth it if I got to hang out with Pokemon. You would still need to catch them, so, like, it would be hard to get stronger ones to tame them, but I wouldn't need to. I would just get small, cute ones. I would get, like, a Growlithe, and become friends. And you don't even have to evolve him by training. You just need a special stone. You just need to spend money, really. I'd spend money on a Firestone and just, like, have an Arcanine. And, like, sleep on it, like a giant pelt, you know? And it would take me... I wouldn't need to drive anywhere. I don't know where I'm going. There's no knowing where we're going. Alright, get me out of here. Get me out of here! Woo! I'm gonna get hit. Oh! I still got hit, but... Okay, now I'm starting to understand why this is where I left off last time, because I'm not... I guess I should follow the objective. I have thoroughly explored everything else. I just don't want to miss anything. So, Metroid Monday, SpongeBob Tuesday, Banjo Wednesday, you know, if... Okay. We need to go back. Or, hold on, we need to launch ourselves with a slingshot, right? Because that's where we came from, which means we're not supposed to be here because we can't backtrack. We can go to the slingshot, though.
I'm flying!
If all things work going forward, then yes, Banjo Wednesday. Maybe I'll look up some Flying Dutchman stuff so I'm not so lost, and that way I can narrow it down to 2 streams instead of 3. Well, now I'm... Okay, I don't think this is right. I need to head to the port. I found Spot. So my only objective is to head to the port. But there are... Oh no, they do have individual coin counters. So 2 of 8, 3 of 10, 6 of 11. Well, no, I'm in 2 of 8 now. So 3 of 10, 6. That's... Neither of these are still... These are still pretty bad. I guess I should go back to those.
A little dabble do ya?
I remember he did say that a lot, too. Oh, I hope he says it. Oh, he didn't say the Spot thing. That's okay. He's not even here. Ooh, that's rough. Use small jumps to get there so it doesn't tilt. Alright. Right. And we take this slingshot. Guess we just took a wrong turn at some point. This is the long one, right? The one where stuff starts popping in. My controller's vibrating so much. Okay, now we're where we need to be, right? And we're heading to the port down there. It better be down there. I better not get down there and they're like, oh, you got a slingshot to a different area.
A little dabble do ya?
It's pretty nice of that prawn guy to blast open the doors for us.
Oh, right, it did. Okay, so yeah, this is new. Perfect. Checkpoint. Check, please. It's new hoisting socks. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. Okay. Hello?
That must taste pretty good.
Ow. Oh, I thought you were Patrick. Wait, there's like a special way to, yeah.
He should call you the crying Dutchman, for you are a little baby.
I do love my little fucking homing attack. I was not paying attention to my health at all.
I'm feeling better already. A little dabble do ya?
We're getting mollywopped down here. Gonna make sure I got all the stuff I could get. Alright, now we move forward. Ooh! Oh, I thought it would take longer to land. Alright, I need to take cover. I need a breather. Okay, that was a good breather. Hi. Hey, we just got back from the big doofus convention. Oh. Oh no, they're on their way to the big doofus convention. Okay, hooky. So, like, if you're building a SpongeBob game from the ground up, you wouldn't think to have a homing attack or, like, a swinging mechanic. But because you've played 3D platformers before, you're like, oh, absolutely. We also need a roll. I stand by what I said, where every video game should just have the Mario 64 long jump. I played Rumbleverse, because that was also this year, man. Time flies. We're almost halfway through the year, which is scary. Rumbleverse, which is an online-only game, which shut down this year, which was like a wrestling battle royale, where you play as character. It's still just a normal battle royale, except your characters do wrestling moves.
That innocent jelly is not so innocent.
Okay, I'm going point blank. Damn it, come on. Oh, he's not coming back. Alright, we're safe. So, I played it, and for whatever reason, it's not even, like, all the moves are, like, wrestling references or wrestling moves, except for you can just do the Mario long jump in that game by pressing the trigger and jumping. It's the Mario long jump, which I thought was cool. I think that should be in every game from now on. But I can't play the game anymore because they shut it down. So I at least got to play it, like, a couple days before it actually shut down. Oh, I should move my guy because I'm covering objectives. I didn't even think about that. I put myself here because of Metroid.
I'm feeling better already.
That's probably a good place to be, yeah. I just gotta remember all of these whenever I come back to the games. I'll just watch back the VODs and be like, okay, I put myself there. This is the SpongeBob spot. The good stuff. The dust-off stuff. Gamer dudes and dudettes. Ooh.
So chewy.
Keep chaining them. They're still shooting at me, huh? Can I get over there? I don't think I can. Oh, I gotta go the long way. Well, they can't hit me while I'm in the air. Too bad Sandshrew can't fly. 100 Ultra Points to whoever can tell me what Pokemon episode that's from. It's one of the weirder ones. I know they're all weird, but...
I am going to run you ragged.
Excuse me? This is exactly where I left off in Tears of the Kingdom, fighting a big guy on a pirate ship. Wait, what did he say? He referenced movie reference. Welcome, no, that's from the show. Welcome to the salty spit. How tough are you? How tough am I? Milk. Whoa, right this way. You guys have seen... You guys know what I mean when I say spingebill, right? You guys aren't uncultured. I think that was Rip Snortin' Good Time. Or Rip Snortin' Time. Or was it Rip Snortin' Time 2? By Hurricoaster. It was one of the Hurricoaster ones, I think. Where he goes, welcome to the salty spatow tough area. Milk. Right this way, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting. Come on. What are we doing? Come on, Donkey Kong. Hey, Twinkle Toes, watch where you're going.
Let me show you how a real pirate uses these.
That's Plankton's voice. That's Mr. Lawrence, right? Because they use that voice a lot. Boom, 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 boom. It's like I'm really there. It's like I'm spending a day with SpongeBob SquarePants. Man, I'd watch a movie that's just about that. So we're in like different universes. Everyone's obsessed with multiverses and stuff right now. Not the game multiverses, because nobody gives a shit about that. But like the concepts. And it's cool that my two favorite and probably the two best multiverse movies both involve a bagel to some degree. I don't know what that means, but... I've been on death's door like this entire last 20 minutes. I'm fighting for my life out here! Can I lure him over here and, make him take damage like this? Will that work? No. So the shockwave's always on the level where the guy is. So I can stand right next to it as long as I'm not on the third layer. Right here. No, I did take damage from that. Alright. Huh? What? Okay, who? Great. Stop shooting rockets at my... Wait a minute. Secret?
Pie, wanna be pirates?
What? No secret here. This seems like the perfect place to put a secret, no? I thought he was...
I get you.
That one almost hit me. That would have been a lawsuit for sure. Okay, so there's no secret. Back to where we were. As you were.
They should call you the Crying Dutchman, for you are a little baby.
Are they talking to us? Man, he's robbing us.
A little dab will do ya.
But that path looks like there would be a secret there. Right, because there's a little open here, and it clearly marked... Damn. These guys don't know anything about 3D platformer design. Perfect... Aw. So many perfect places to put a secret. I don't know where these coins would be. I think they only appear after you come back to the level. Because Wild West is the first one we did, and there were some more that got unlocked because we unlocked more abilities while going. So maybe we should just focus on getting as much stuff we can get in the moment and then beating the level. I should kill this guy. Of course everything's back. Why wouldn't it be? Alright. Oh, bummer.
I like it because it's squishy.
Maybe next year I should focus on... I don't want to, like, plan all my videos super ahead of time, right? I at least like to do them within the year, right? So I plan them in, like, December. Because if I plan, like... I planned all of this year's videos earlier, but if I plan next year's videos, like, right now, halfway through the year, then I'm gonna be stuck doing that. I'm like, oh, damn it. SpongeBob in the drip drip. You always know what to say. I got the new 4Gs on the beat. I don't know every time underneath. Oh, I should hit the vine boom. Hold on. Hold that thought. I'll take it. No!
You really are my best friend.
Did everything respawn? Okay, no. So I don't know where I'm going right now. I guess to a secret. But yeah, we planned, and by we I mean me, on playing Revenge of the Flying Dutchman today. But we're playing Cosmic Shake instead. Remember when we played this earlier this year? God, it's been a long time. It's gonna be a long, long time. Also tip, never accidentally take NyQuil instead of DayQuil when waking up. Yeah, that might kill you. You should be dead right now. Oh, no, no, no. I'm the rugged man. I think I'd learn the lyrics to anything. But nope. And here we are. That's another thing of, like, whether it's movies or, like, shows or games, I need to stream them like this. Because otherwise I'll forget. Because I thought about, like, oh, I should play Bayonetta 3 or whatever. And then I thought, I was like, I really don't remember anything about Bayonettas 1 and 2. Even though I played them over, like, like 1 week in, like, October. Which wasn't even a full year ago. That's why, probably because the thing is, if I stream them all in, like, bulk, and it's like, oh, I'm not going to remember that 1 week because I only played the game for 1 week. But if I space them out like this, I'm not going to remember what I did the previous time. Because the last time I played this was, like, March, or, like, I think it was February. So I kind of remember stuff, but not really. Honestly, whenever I go back to something, I should just watch all the previous streams. That's a lot of footage, but, okay, stop hitting that guy. I'll take it. SpongeBob! Explode.
Feel the wrath of prawn.
Feel the heat.
Sorry, nothing personal.
Also, fucking Friday the 13th game is shutting down, which is sad. I never got to play that. But we still got that, Got Milk? I love that bit. That's one of my favorite series of theirs, but nobody ever talks about it. I mean, they talk about it, but it's not ever ranked among the
Is
best.
just the old cannon still pack a punch? No.
That's really my main goal for streaming. I don't even care about the whole entertainment value or monetary value. I know everyone says that. It's like, oh, I'm here for fun. But legitimately, I'm just doing this as an excuse to play video games and to document it. Because I know if I play a game in its entirety and then a couple months pass, I'm not going to remember anything about that game. At all. So really, these are just for me. And you guys are just along for the ride. Okay, where were the gates open, right? Open the gates! Do you yield? I do not. I should watch the Mario movie again. That's another thing, is that there's so many movies I've watched this year, because I watch a movie every week, and unless I, like, see it multiple times... I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 multiple times, and even now I'm like, I don't really... And that wasn't that long ago. But now that, like, Spider-Verse has replaced it as, like, my favorite movie of the year, it's like, oh, I don't really remember anything. I have terrible memory. I need to document everything, because if I don't, then I won't ever remember anything.
Feel the wrath of prawn.
Is that a pun, or is he just saying wrath of... That's not a Star Trek joke. People forget about this game because it's a game made for last gen during a new gen. Was it? I guess it... Well, no, it came out this year. You may think this is a Battle of Bikini Bottom, but that's the thing about this game, is that it's just a game that's built on top of the Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated engine. But no, this is its own game. People talked about it for like a week, even then, not really, and then it kind of got dropped. It is a crazy year for games. My goal last year was to play every major release that came out, and I ended up being really bored by that. Because I was like, well, I can't have my opinion on the game until I beat it to completion. Especially if I buy, like, a full $60 game. I'm not just going to play it for one stream. But I should probably do it, because I played, like, Saints Row for one stream. I'm like, oh, this sucks. But we got a stream character out of it, so I'll take it. But maybe I should do that, because there's a lot of stuff that I haven't even played in my free time, like Hi-Fi Rush or Pizza Tower, that I really want to play, that I would probably be better off just playing on stream.
SpongeBob, thank Neptune.
SpongeBob? SpongeBob. Which I probably should. So maybe if I, whenever I start finishing all the series I got going on right now, I'll try and pick up the newer stuff.
Tearing apart the very fabric of space and time.
At the very least for one stream. And if I like it, I'll continue. And if I don't, then I won't. Because there's a lot of major releases that look interesting to me. I probably won't play Final Fantasy 16, but that's the thing, is that if I want to get in a series for the first time, I need to get into it, at some point. And some series you're just not going to like, but I got to give it a try. They made 16 of them, well, they made more than that. Oh, that's that guy. Well, he's dead now, sorry. So, I was going to say, all the civilians got sucked into a different universe. I was going to, because there was like, oh, there's just a bunch of normal people in Pirate World, but I guess Bikini Bottom was split in twain. Is that coming back? It's coming to me. Yes, I can do it myself. I gotta say, though, like... I guess I'm not super engaged by, like, all the combat and stuff, but it does feel really good, and that goes a long way. Because most 3D platformers do not, like, most generic ones don't feel great. But this one... I wish there were, like, some more movement options, like ways to go faster, like you could roll into more rolls, but...
That should cover my buns.
That's fine. I don't know how much of this was taken from the Rehydrated, though. I imagine most of it, because the entire game's infrastructure was just... There's nothing wrong with building another game on a previous engine. I don't know why everyone always shits on that. That seems like a great way to go about things and save money and time.
Sticky sweet.
Freaky sweet, Lowish. There was a thing recently where Todd Howard was like, oh yeah, games are taking like 6 years to make. Did I not raise this already? And he's like, oh, this is probably my last game. And a lot of series like that are like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like... And a bunch of stuff got delayed today. Apparently, the new Star Wars movie, whatever that means... Because we've been talking about new Star Wars movie for a while, but nobody ever knows. Holy shit. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. I almost just died. It scared me. I don't know why he keeps saying that to me. Checkpoint. Check, please. Where, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, and the Avatar movies got spaced out more. Oh, they're doing this dance. I love this. Oh, no, they're gonna get killed! No! They're storming the beach. Avatar, they were gonna come out like every year or every other year, but they all got delayed, so now they're all gonna be like 3 or 2 years apart, which I think is way better. If for a long series like that, I'd rather wait a couple years, because then you can have like a trilogy set, because that's what they did with the original Star Wars. And the 2 Avengers movies that were coming out, that are coming out, also got delayed to like 2025, which I think will probably be for the better, because the issue with Marvel movies currently is that they're, and shows that they're being rushed out, like assembly line style. There are some good ones still from competent directors, but they just need to slow down. The fatigue really has nothing to do with quality as much as it does just like the constant bombardment. On COVID Day 2, I tried watching Avatar 2 and turned it off 2 hours in because I was beyond bored. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard good things. But I also felt like I was getting gaslit that everyone like retroactively was saying the first movie was good, because I mean, I'm sure it was fine, but it wasn't like worthy of that many sequels. But James Cameron knows what he's doing. So movies, I'm fine with waiting 3 years between movies, because then it gives you time to like marinate on it. Except for Spider-Verse, which should come out next year, because it, you know, I don't know, a big cliffhanger. Sorry, spoilers, you should definitely go see that movie. But if you didn't know, that's how the films are set up. There's going to be a bunch of them. Or there's going to be one more, at the very least. What was I saying? But, like, games, it's seeming like the production cycle of games, because they're huge games, like AAA games, are gonna take, like, 6 years to make, when it's normally, like, 3. Which I guess for some games is fine, you know, if it's gonna be a big game that's gonna be one of the greatest games of all time. Like, waiting 6 years for Tears of the Kingdom is completely fine, because that game is fantastic. But being like, oh, 6 years and we're gonna get a new... I don't know. I guess I shouldn't complain, because I'd rather everyone spend a lot of time working on a game than, like, bump them out. So I do appreciate that. I don't mind waiting. However, most of them aren't actually going to, like, get better quality because of the amount of... Because they're not spending more years to make the game more fun. They're spending a lot of years to make the game look prettier, which doesn't accomplish anything if the game's not already fun. But I wouldn't mind less games. There's already too many games. So I'm cool with it. Die. I don't know what I meant but to bring that up, but I'm just saying AAA games are taking longer and longer to make. And, I mean, for the last couple years I've been saying that indie games are probably better anyway. or not even indie games, but just like smaller scale games, you know? I feel like we need to bring back games like this that are just kind of, not specifically licensed games, but just, you know, my argument in the end, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I gotta hit that back, don't I? Can I undo that? In the end, what I'm trying to say is that games being built on previous infrastructure is a good thing. Tears of the Kingdom was, this was, most like Capcom games are all within, they're all built off of Resident Evil now. And that's completely fine. A lot of nerds get upset over like asset sharing or asset reusing. But I think it's cool and fun. I was playing a game recently for a video and I noticed like, oh, this was the thing that was in their previous game, like the exact same model. And I wasn't upset. I mean, the game came out in like 2008. Of course I wasn't upset. But I thought it was cool. Because like, oh man, these two games I played when I was a kid, they used the same model for the specific one thing. Took 8 years to get another new normal Assassin's Creed game. I haven't played any of them. I feel like we talked about this during the Ubisoft thing, but they all look incredibly boring. Or just like unfun. I'm sure the first couple were fine. But you're, as an Assassin's Creed fan, you're saying that they haven't been normal or good for that many years. So I guess whatever they released recently must have been a return to form, but I'm not super familiar with that franchise. I apologize, I wasn't familiar with your game. Oh, I was trying to homing attack on him. Did I get him? All bubble-blowing babies will be beaten senseless by every able-bodied patron in the bar.
That should cover my buns.
Bun. Smack that drum. That shit like a drum. Let me see that. By the way, I have never played a Twisted Metal game. But they released while they were showing off game trailers, because they always do this at E3 or Summer Games Fest. They're like, hey, we know you guys like video games. What about a trailer for a video game show? But everyone's complaining about that new Twisted Metal trailer because it's silly, and Sweet Tooth is being goofy. I've never played a Twisted Metal game, so maybe I'm wrong. But I always got the impression that Twisted Metal was kind of tongue-in-cheek. Oh, I fucked up big time.
Oh, thank you, Patrick.
And that Sweet Tooth was like a goofy character. I saw that trailer. I was like, I don't think it was particularly like great, but I was like, oh yeah, this seems like Twisted Metal. Of course, I've never played it, so that's just a baseless assumption. But maybe I just like it because I like Will Arnett's doing a new voice. It's similar to his Batman voice, but more I legit didn't know it was Will Arnett at first, and I was like, that's really cool. I like that he's just a voice actor now. And he's not a celebrity voice actor where they just do their voice, like John. I like John Mulaney and stuff. I like him in Puss in Boots. I like him in Spider-Verse. But you know, he just does his voice. And I've never seen Big Mouth because it looks like a big piece of shit. More like big shit. Am I right, fellas?
We're taking back this ship, Prawn. And my pineapple.
Oh.
What's the matter, rectangle boy?
Assassin's
Pining
Creed
for
games are like
something
Lay's
special?
chips. He's a voice
I will
actor and a
make you
host.
off the
Oh yeah, he hosts that
plank.
Lego game. That's what I would do if I was an actor. Not the Lego thing, but I would definitely want to pivot like Matthew Lillard or like Will Arnett or Vin Diesel. Become a voice actor.
Bring it on.
How many prominent like characters do you have to play before you count as a voice actor? Because I'd argue that Will Arnett's a voice actor. But also, I don't like when movies cast celebrities over voice actors. That was my one thing about the Transformers movie, is that like I don't like the Bay Transformers movies. Like the new ones are way better. I mean, the new one is not good. But like Bumblebee, as much as I like Bumblebee and think it's the best Transformers movie, they did just kind of. I mean, there's no voices in that, so I guess it doesn't matter. But in the new one, they're like, oh, it's Pete Davidson, it's Michelle Yeoh, and I love Michelle Yeoh, but still. Whereas the Bay Transformers movies, I don't think they're good movies, but they had, you know, at least they had Tom Kenny and John DiMaggio. Like, I'll take that. And I think John DiMaggio, I mean, they both started as actors. There was a thing about, Jake Johnston? I don't remember his name. But one of the Mr. Show alums who voices Jimmy Pesto and Bob's Burgers was finally arrested for his involvement in the January 6th riots. Which crazy that it took this long, because there were, like, the FBI posted a picture on Twitter, which is already weird, and it's, like, very clearly a picture of this celebrity, and they're like, oh, does anyone recognize this person? And everyone was like, yeah, that's this well-known celebrity. And now he's only getting arrested. But yeah, it really is crazy. I haven't watched Mr. Show, but I think I should. I never have time to do shit like that. Especially when I have to watch other stuff for a video. I think I have to watch a movie today.
No more chasing.
What was I saying? But at least, like, from an animation sense, it's weird that, like, Tom Kenny used to just be, like, a comedian. He was just on Mr. Show, and then they're like, hey, do you want to voice this character? I think he started on Rocco, where he met, oh, man. Why can't I remember? Steven Hillenburg. That's where he met Steven Hillenburg. And then he's like, hey, you want to be the voice on my new show? And he was like, yeah, whatever. I'll be on a Nicktoon. And now it's like the biggest cartoon ever. One of the most popular cartoon characters. So that happened to him. And then, like, David Cross and Bob Odenkirk. Don't even get me started on Bob Odenkirk. It's crazy that all these Mr. Show alums became, like, some of the biggest stars in, like, the world. Or, not stars, rather. There's a difference between an actor and, like, a character actor. Mr. Show alums have become some of the most popular characters. Oh, that's a reference to SpongeBob, the show. That's a reference to Mr. Show. And I've said this before, but Bob Odenkirk is involved with, like, all of my favorite shows, to some degree. He's in Arrested Development, he's in I Think You Should Leave, he's in Tim and Eric. He was a big part of what got Tim and Eric, like, discovered. And that's why... There was a tweet, I know and whenever I'm, like, fucking a talk show host, like a late night talk show host, where I'm like, hey, you guys see this tweet? It's going viral tweet. I've noticed that my conversations just become that now. I'm so internet-brained that every time I'm like, hey, you guys hear about this? I'm like, hey, there was a tweet the other day, and here was my response to it. So my roommates aren't on Twitter, so I need to explain how funny my tweets are. But it was like a Japanese ad for Better Call Saul, and it was, I guess, Bob Odenkirk doing like a broken Japanese voice, or like just doing broken Japanese. And the caption was like, this is still the funniest thing Bob Odenkirk's ever done. And it was a harmless tweet, but still, it's like, man, I love Better Call Saul, and I love Breaking Bad. I think they're fantastic. But it's kind of a shame that people aren't recognizing Bob Odenkirk's other comedic pursuits. Do you think kids today are into the SpongeBob license games they're releasing now? I don't know. This seems very nostalgia and, like, meme-oriented. I don't know how to feel about that at all. Like, most cartoons, I think, even if they are kids' cartoons, and maybe it's just, like, you always think the prevailing opinion is the loudest one on the internet because they're the loudest, but in reality, if you go out in the real world, it's not actually like that. So, like, when you're just on the internet, you're like, oh yeah, kids don't watch cartoons. It's just, like, adults who like cartoons watching cartoons. And that may be the case, but I don't talk to a lot of children, so I don't know. And the one kid I'm in contact with, my little cousin, just likes watching, like, FNAF videos and Hello Neighbor. So, I don't know.
Phew! My beautiful home is back. But it isn't home without Gary. Patrick?
What are you
Patrick.
doing, Plankton? Get your chum off me, bud!
Get your cum. Alright, I'm not gonna make the easy joke. I should be applauded for not making the joke, though. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm the king of comedy. But yeah, I don't know what kids did. I've said this when I was on vacation with, like, family and friends. My little sister's going into being, like, a social worker, like a child therapist, and my one friend, or one family friend, still my friend, is like a teacher. And always talking about kids stuff, you know, and all the shit I like is kids stuff. I like wrestling, I like cartoonish video games, and I like cartoons. I don't know how I would do this, or where it would come from, or how I would even go about it. But, like, I mean, clearly one of my cousins or sisters is gonna have a kid at some point. I don't want to have a kid. I don't think I deserve to. That's way too big of a responsibility, and I'm definitely gonna fuck it up. I would love to be a cool uncle, though, because I have all these video games and I watch all these cartoons. It'd be cool to have, like, a little guy around to watch them with, you know, to interact. Because I would want to see how they engage with that stuff. When I went to, can I kill you? When I went to AEW, for my first time in April, I also went with my little cousin, and it was his first wrestling show ever, and I got to, like, experience that through him. So, like, to that degree, I kind of understand why people have kids, because they want to engage with all this kid stuff, like, through the lens of someone else, and you can't just find random children to hang out with. Not anymore, not because of cancel culture. They ruined everything. However, I do think it's probably irresponsible to have a kid solely to live vicariously through them. So I don't want to do that. I just don't think I should. I would like to help raise a kid, you know, but I don't want to have one. I don't think there should be a little guy with my DNA walking around. That seems like a killer cocktail for disaster. Okay, so what am I doing?
It's about time things changed around here.
Can I homing attack on this guy? No. Sniped me out of the air. Talk to Mr. Krabs at the Damn it, I did make the joke. The chum bucket. So I didn't, make a whole lot of progress in that level. I did find Spot. 6 out of 11, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 8. It's about the same I made, so I'm assuming this is a level I went back to. So I guess I get 3 coins each time. Maybe. Whatever. Let's focus on the game.
I think I can get across here through the air. Just call me a flying fish.
Excuse me? SpongeBob, that's incredibly offensive. Don't say that, Squidward. I hate this fucking job. This is a load of... That's fucked up, Squidward. Don't say that. Okay, I don't know how I made it through there. Sticky note.
Collect all sticky notes. When do I
Okay.
write this?
I need to go in the chum bucket. I made it.
I can't believe that amoeba would dare to go missing.
Oh, we're
I think you mean us.
us.
Right, us. Yeah.
Alright, well, I should talk to Mr.
If
Krabby
you
Patty.
weren't grilling those patties like an amateur who's never cooked before, I wouldn't have to use my chum. Just follow my lead.
If I was following your lead, me precious patties would taste like your disgusting chum.
Mr. Krabs, what are you doing here? Are you working with plankton?
I had no choice. The poor citizens of Bikini Bottom were starving. I couldn't let them eat the garbage Plankton was serving.
I'm right here.
So we struck a deal to feed those poor, hungry mouths. So long as they pay, of course.
Well, if you don't hurry with those patties, Krabs, nobody will be fed. Then you'll have to say goodbye to your sweet money.
Huh?
SpongeBob, you gotta help us. You're the only one I trust with me secret formula. Could you fix us some more Krabby Patties?
I'm on it, Mr. Krabs.
Could you fix us up more crab?
So
Make some
come
crab.
on.
What's the need? What's the deal?
Food! Water! Atmosphere! I'm gonna grab these and then I'm gonna grill up. Whoa, rev up those fryers! Good morning, Krusty Crew.
Come on.
Rev up those fryers!
What's the deal?
I'm just referencing SpongeBob now. Okay, so, what was I saying? Alright, do kids watch cartoons? I don't know. I don't interact with a lot of children. But if I was in charge of children, I would make them. I was like, oh, you kids want to watch Squid Game and Among Us? No. You are sitting down, you guys are watching Jellystone. And you have no say. I'm going to make you guys watch Jellystone. I have this in my head that, like, oh, I would make this kid watch all the stuff I like. But I remember being a kid, and I remember hating the stuff my parents wanted me to watch. But I feel like I could convince them, you know? And especially, like, I have all these games. As a kid, I would have loved to go over to a place like this and have, like, beanbag, have, like, plush toys and just plastic toys around and just consoles and shit. But I know if I bring, like, I don't know what I mean by bring a kid over, like a relative or whatever. I only have the one little relative, so I gotta convince him to come over here. I think he'd be more... He would think the streamer stuff was cooler. Like, he'd see the camera and the setup. Because all kids want to be, like, influencers now. I do remember, my old roommate is, like, an astrophysicist. He's, like, he's incredibly intelligent. And then his little cousin came over, and he thought I was the coolest because I was a streamer. Because when you're, like, 13, that's the coolest thing you can be. And when you're an adult, it's the lamest thing you can be. Alright. B. Oh, A. Oh, I see. It's gonna be X, ain't it? B. X. B. I flipped it too early. Don't worry about anything. Just flip them as soon as the thing appears. You don't need to time anything. The game times it for you. You just hit the button. I'm clawing this super style right now. I'm using both my hands on all the face buttons. That one got a little burnt. That one got away from me. I'll admit that. Okay.
Thanks, boyo. I know how you like
The
playing
hooks,
dress up,
boy. Oh,
so I got a
beware
little
the
reward
hooks.
for helping out your
Gotta flick
favorite
on the
employer.
Astro guys. They do what? Build rockets? Lame. We got SpongeBob game, and that's unironically better. Yeah, that's basically how it went. Talk to Cassandra. Oh, that's the very clearly evil mermaid. I thought that was like Plankton in disguise.
I was so happy when I got back. I'm not ashamed to say that I ate some dirt. It wasn't bad.
You shouldn't tell that to a cop. They're gonna use it against you. But yeah, because I think like a kid. I would have the perfect setup. I don't know if I would want to run like a daycare or be like a babysitter. You know, that seems like too much. But, you know, I want to be involved with that to some degree. I just gotta wait for a relative to have a kid. And then I could leave whenever it's the hard stuff, like being a tough parent or like changing a diaper. And then whenever they want to hang out and be cool, I could show up with a cool uncle. Give them presents. Oh, I would shower them in presents. You have no idea how many presents they would get. Because it would be a present for me. It's the same thing of like, I bought some of my friends tickets when we went to go see Spider-Verse because it was basically a gift for me because I wanted to, it was me buying a show because I wanted to watch them watch the movie. I wanted to watch their experience. So the saying, I now understand why people would get kids gifts, especially like video games, because it's like if it's a game I couldn't play or like necessarily wouldn't play, I would want to watch them play it and like experience it through them because that seems like a whole lot of fun.
Over here, you miss your little pet snail, Walter.
Walter.
Gary.
Right, Gary. Well, with this cosmic costume, you should be able
With
to enter
this
the portal
SpongeBob
he was sucked
SquarePants and
into.
the Cosmic Shake.
But watch out, honey. That snail of yours is in big, big trouble.
See, it is still spring.
Ooh, a
What
pretty
is it about
clown
spring
costume.
that just
We must be going to some
unsupervised
gender
children?
weapons.
I heard the
Kindness.
I thought it was gonna do the It's like a content farm. I wouldn't use them for content. It's the one thing I would like to make little movies though. I gotta invite my little cousin over and be like, hey, let's make a write whatever you want. Let's make a movie. Not to like post, but just because that's again like shit I would have loved to do as a kid. That's really the point of being a parent is that you don't want to become your own. You don't want to become your parents, and you know how you were raised, and you're like, well, I'm not gonna do it like that. And then evidently, most people just end up doing it like that anyway. Some people respect their parents. That's ridiculous. Alright, hold on. I'm not being this. You can't make me wear this. Can I buy these? I can't. Because you get coins to unlock them. Do you spend coins to unlock them? Because I've definitely gotten more than 8. Have I? 3, 9, 12. Yes, I have. So how do I go about this? Okay, well, let's just... We got a bunch of these, so let's buy everything. Purchase. Goofy Goober's cool, but I'm keeping this. Keeping KK Slider. Pearl says I look totally coral. Yeah, how do I change... What do I use the coins on? I mean, I don't have 10 anyway. I guess when I hit that next... When I get 4 more, if I do get them for the next level, it seems like on average I'm getting 3. Here's what we're gonna do. As much as I would love to collect a bunch of stuff, I'm just gonna, now that we're basically halfway through the stream, and that was 1/2 of a level, I'm just gonna go through the level,
I'm coming for you.
As fast as I can. I'm gonna do stuff on the side, but I'm not gonna... I'm gonna play the way I normally play. I'm gonna focus on beating the level, but with a tighter focus on beating the level. We in Spooky World?
Look at these creatures, Patrick. They're
Funny?
no scary.
Oh, yeah, that was gonna be my second guess.
No, this whole place is frightening. It's cold. It's
I do like how the
moist,
cutscenes
and
look. It is
smells like
gorgeous.
the dumpster behind the chum bucket.
Well, that sure sounds a lot like this puddle of ooze you're standing in.
Ew! It must be the
This
remains
is,
of the
however,
victims of the
very
monster
similar to the
that
one
came
Revenge
through
of the Flying
here.
Dutchman
We
level.
have to hurry and find
If I have to
Gary.
if I have to deliver packages to individual houses, oh, rock bottom. I get it. It's like from the show. I do appreciate all these little references. See, this is why I'm thinking, like, there's no way this game is made for kids. I mean, kids have access to internet and streaming now, so maybe they, like, get it. But I feel like more often than not, this is meant for, like, 2000s kids to, like, or, like, 90s kids to, like, play and be like, oh, that's from SpongeBob. Because everyone always references the first 3 seasons. We're starting to get out of that a little, where there was a clip from, like, a later season, the small plastic disc that you throw, that I do quote a lot. It's not a good episode, but, I remember that joke. And it, like, people are like, oh, this is funny. It's the same thing. It happened with Family Guy, and it's happening with Teen Titans Go, where people will see a funny clip on Twitter. Like, they'll see a perfectly curated collection of funny moments and funny moments compilations, and be like, oh man, this show is actually good, people think it's bad. And now it's happening with, like, the later SpongeBob seasons, where they see funny bits from them, which they do have funny bits, to being like, oh, people were too hard on these are actually good. But seeing a funny moment does not necessarily mean it is a good thing. That's the thing a lot of Family Guy viewers are learning, or a lot of Family Guy funny moments compilations viewers are learning, where they watch the funny moments compilations and they all work as funny moments in a compilation, but they're like, you know what, I'm gonna watch the show, I'm gonna watch the episode.
Whatever do you think it is?
And then, no good. Is Rayman in there? Oh, is this the stealth section? Or can I kill him? Stealth. Oh. That's fine. He didn't even see me. Thank you. I can't even complain about this game referencing SpongeBob, because that's all I'm doing right now. It wouldn't be a SpongeBob Tuesday without it, am I right, folks?
You in my pocket.
Oh, I love SpongeBob Tuesdays. This brings me back. Don't talk to me till I've had my SpongeBob Tuesday, you know? I came from there.
Spooky sludge. A sludge.
I can go this way, towards the ooze. Unless I came from here. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Okay. Oh, I want to get up there. I do like that it's... They kind of lumped... I like that the levels reference multiple different episodes. This is both Rock Bottom and the Halloween episodes. I said it in March as it was happening, but for whatever reason, every March, I get super hyped for Halloween always during March. Like, way more than I am during actual October. And then it kind of just falls off for whatever reason. I get really hyped for it in, like, March. Or, like, February. Probably because, like, winter is ending and, like, Christmas is over and I'm shifting into Halloween mode. And then I overdose on Halloween joy so much that, like, now I have to wait for October again to be interested because I consumed so much Halloween stuff in, like, February, or spooky stuff in, like, February and March.
Not gone, just easily forgotten.
What? So I gotta get back in my system. Okay, how would I go about getting up there? Alright, whatever. Let's go where we're supposed to go. Because I can roll and jump out of it. But I think I can also... I don't know if this makes me go faster, but every platformer needs its running technique. I think maybe rolling is better, but if you try and roll while jumping, you're gonna ground pound, which you don't want to accidentally do. Like so.
Or maybe we can just go.
Faint spooky jelly. Maybe it's the way you're dressed. Mate. Okay. Stop. Of the little bit I played of Wind Waker, this reminds me of Wind Waker. Okay. Oh, no.
Remember, SpongeBob? Just pretend.
Careful,
it's
SpongeBob.
scary
Careful,
and funny
SpongeBob.
and
Careful.
play
Patrick!
hide and
Shut the
seek.
fuck up!
Great idea, and we'll win because they're not even seeking.
What happens if they catch you? Do I need to do that? Or
Freaky sweet.
freaky sweet, or do they just yell at you?
Oh, thank you, Patrick. Thank you. I wonder if we'll spot it.
Ooh, scare. Blah. Okay.
These spots won't spot.
Okay, well, he's seen me. Oh, okay. So they're strong, but they don't... It's not like a cutscene activates where you... Like, you can get caught. You just gotta keep moving. I dare to know what happens when they reach you, though. Let's go behind him and hit X. Oh, he's gone. Alright. Later. Woo! Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. Do you guys remember? Okay, also another thing. I've been focusing on the nudes era a lot, and I still do. Of like 2008 to 2009, Cartoon Network. Oh. No, but I had a little section at the end of the Clone Wars video that's like, oh, shifting into soup mode, shifting into the Check It era. And I don't watch a lot of commercials in the Check It era, but I probably should because I also engaged with that a lot as a kid. And I distinctly remember I should watch those in my free time. I don't have a lot of free time right now, but I'll assemble a... The thing is, I've been putting together a nudes era archival playlist for a long while. Whereas the Check It era, I'll kind of have to start from scratch. But I'll do that. Because I'm an insane person.
That's not ooze, that's slime.
Slime?
Very
Nickelodeon slime?
That is a lot of slime for such a
They should
tiny
make a
snail.
modern
He must be
Nickelodeon
so
crossover
scared.
game.
We gotta find him.
But with actual story. Like this. Like, make it a 3D platformer. Why not? Don't try and make a Smash clone. I know everyone hates the term Smash clone, but if you're gonna make a platform fighter that's main gimmick is crossover, you're gonna... It's unavoidable. You cannot escape the fucking Smash comparison. So just make your crossover game something else. I struggle with that a little bit, where like every time I want a crossover game, I'm like, oh, I should be like Smash Bros. But in reality, they don't have to be, you know?
So gooey.
You can make a Nicktoons cross. I mean, Nicktoons Racing is something, but there's not a lot of. You're not really interacting, and the characters don't actually act different. They're just different skins. I know that the Nicktoons Racing games have been around for a while. Just try and clone other stuff. I don't know if it goes for Smash Bros. Make like a fucking tennis ripoff, or a golf ripoff, or a Mario Party ripoff. I think they have done that before. Like there's a Cartoon Network GBA game that's just a Mario Party ripoff, but except you could play as Johnny Bravo or like Cow and Chicken or whatever. Whatever was popular at the time. I don't know if those shows were popular. I don't know if Cow and Chicken was popular. Arr. I don't know why I said that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, just do something else, you know? Cartoon Network, and here's what they should do, right? They cannot compete with Smash or Nintendo apart. What if we went a fucking, like... I hit the wrong button. Kingdom Hearts style, and made a game that's a crossover between Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. That would be insane, alright? It'd be a rights nightmare, but it'd be cool, and people would buy it. Or you know what? Just go full Kingdom Hearts. Make like a full story-based experience, except it also has like Nickelodeon characters. So yeah, I scoff and laugh at Kingdom Hearts, but I do think that's the way to go. I think I would enjoy playing it. Maybe not playing it, but engaging with it, because I do like Disney movies. I've been getting back into them ever since I like watched all of them again, or planned to, after watching the new Little Mermaid. I'm like, oh, this isn't as good. But I also like, I watched the original Little Mermaid all the time, but I was like, oh, actually I haven't watched it in a while, so I should watch it again. That's also what I would do. I wanted to take my little cousin to see the new Little Mermaid, because he was in the Little Mermaid. Like, for a while we've had like a joke in our family. It's not a joke to me, it's a joke to everyone else. Everyone's like a big football, soccer, lacrosse sports guy, and me and my one cousin were the only like theater kids, right? And it was very strange. But now they're like soccer prodigy, and he's very good, and he loves soccer, so I'm not gonna be like, it's hypocritical of me to be like, oh, he shouldn't do soccer, he should do what he loves, which is theater. But that's what I love. I'm not gonna make him do whatever. He likes both. He's fucking Troy Bolton, he's killing it. But he was in his school's production of The Little Mermaid, and I was very excited, so I wanted to take him to go see it. Also, I know I said I wouldn't talk about Little Mermaid anymore, but I gotta, not a huge deal, you know, not gonna make a big thing of it. Because it's, I don't know what the word would be. But he's mixed. And I imagine having better representation in this new Little Mermaid would be really cool. That being said, I would want him to see the original, which he probably has. That's the thing I brought up with the live-action Disney remakes, is I used to be so mad about them. Because it seemed like they were trying to replace the old ones. But now that all of them are, like, there's no fault anymore, they're all on Disney+. If kids...
Excuse me,
and
have you seen...
The main audience for these Disney remakes are just people who are nostalgic for the original, who want to show their kids. And these parents aren't going to show them only the remakes. They're going to show them the old ones and then go see the remake.
If you want to,
they're not going to replace the old ones. There's no replacing the old ones. It's the same thing. I was upset about these new movies because I was like, oh man, they're trying to replace stuff. But these new movies have like a 8-month shelf life where nobody talks about them afterwards. Just like, might as well just let them, whatever. They're not good movies. They're all ugly. Beyond that, I think they're fine. I think the actors do a good job. Except for like Emma Stone, or Emma Watson, sorry. Emma Stone actually can sing. That was mean. You know what I mean. But I think everyone else, even like the new Pinocchio, it looked ugly as shit, and it was not a good movie. But they added a new song from, is it Luke Evans is the theater guy who played Gaston? They added like a villain song for him, and I liked it. Okay, now, okay, I reached 10, so now I can unlock new costumes. And why aren't you in uniform? Put that suit on, sailor. It's already been paid for. I'm just farming clips now. Ew. But yeah, I stand by what I said. Make a crossover game. It doesn't need to be Smash Bros. Just make it, everyone's copying Smash Bros. When they're doing their big crossovers. What they should copy is Kingdom Hearts. Have like a little anime boy running around and be like, oh my god, it's Bugs Bunny! Oh my god, it's SpongeBob. I don't think it would be particularly good, but I think it would be really funny. I'm surprised that no one tried to rip off Kingdom Hearts, because nobody had the library of Disney, but now everyone's so into these crossover games, and people hate the Smash Bros. Comparison, but if you're going to make a platform fighter where the main gimmick is that it's a giant crossover, you're not going to compete with Smash. Multiverses is dead. Nobody plays the Nicktoons game, alright? Do other stuff. Make a racing game, make a golf game, make a tennis game, rip off Mario Party. But the cliff notes of what I'm saying is, make a Kingdom Hearts clone. Not because it would be good, but because it would be really funny. Oh, you know what? Kingdom Hearts, drop the Disney thing. Just do other brands. I want to see Sora and just meet SpongeBob. Multiverse is dead already. There's a video I wrote for last December, and I had which I'm rewriting now for this October, that has a bit in it about, like, oh, Multiverses is coming out. And in the span of, like, me not making that video, Multiverses, like, existed and then died. So now I have to, like, rewrite the joke to be like, oh, yeah, sorry, this game doesn't exist anymore. It does, but nobody plays it. Let me in. Hold on. I'm stealing this clip. Wrote for last December, and I had which I'm rewriting now for this October, that has a bit in it about, like, oh, Multiverses is coming out. And in the span of, like, no, me not making that video, Multiverses, like, existed and then died. So now I have to, like, rewrite the joke to be like, oh, yeah, sorry, this game doesn't exist anymore. It does, but nobody plays it. Am I desynced with myself? Hold on. I'm stealing this clip. Wrote for last December. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Ooga booga yorgy splorgy. Yoinky sploinky style. I think this is synced. It should be at least. But then when I switch back to the game... Ah, Baba Booey. Okay, let me listen back to this. This isn't myself. Hold on. Hold on. I'm stealing this clip. Wrote for last. This seems super desynced. This is not synced at all. 1. Is this like ooga booga yorgy splorgy? Is this a connection issue? Like, if I refresh, does it fix it? Like, if I refresh, does it fix it? It did fix it. Okay. So was it like that on stream, or is it just me watching? Nobody said anything, so I'm gonna assume it's not. You guys wouldn't lie to me. All right. Sorry, there's a video game happening. I opened a door. This is legit. Almost exactly like the Return of Flying or Revenge of Flying Dutchman. I don't remember.
Ooh, look at you! What a nice costume! How can I help you, young fellows?
Doesn't exist. Beta is closed. It not just died. Warner Bros. Closed it. Okay, so they killed it. No, the game's out. It's in quick resume. Okay, hold that thought. It's still in season 1. Needs an update. I'm checking. I am fact checking this. I just want to make sure SpongeBob's still running. Fuck. Hold on. Quick resume. No, we're good. See, this is the only reason to own an Xbox Series X is so you can do that.
Oh, of course,
so while that's
sweetie.
updating for whatever reason. Oh man, I gotta redo the. I'm writing this down right now because this is a good idea. I'm gonna get the flapjack as one of my sounds. Because I do love that noise. I should just grab all the sound effects I use all the time. Like the gun. Perfect. Because I have bonk on here. I use bonk a lot.
Wow, vintage!
Thanks!
Man, I'm setting up a bunch of little side quests for myself after I finish this, knowing damn well that I have to edit immediately after this. The more I mentioned this on the previous stream, but
Aw, you look adorable.
I wrote May and April at the same time, and I wrote July and August at the same time, and I was like, I just won't write the June video, I'll think of something. I did end up writing the June video anyway, but I was like, okay, I'll film stuff in between that doesn't require scripting. But because I didn't script anything, it's just raw footage, and I didn't write it, so because I didn't write it, it now just requires more editing. Uh-oh. Which it's gonna require a lot of editing, but it should be, you know. The video's already fine as it is. And I could, if the video wasn't set up this way, I could just not use the footage, right? But the video I wrote kind of transitions into each thing. So we'll see. It may end up being longer than I, you know, wanted it to be, so we'll see. To get up there. Can I walk on the lights? I mean, you have to do them in order, so they would set these up. They set them up like this for a reason. Wish I could jump out of this. Sea creature!
Ouch!
Rock bottomite. Oh, that's the thing. You're welcome.
That town gives me the creeps.
Dude, he's right down there. He grew up here, man. Leave him
You're
alone.
thinking of crepes, Patrick.
Crepes?
I wasn't here. I'm collecting candy. I like candy. Bubblegum and taffy.
I like it because it's squishy.
I think I'm going the right way. Trust me, I'm gonna fact check this. You guys are gonna see a sick round of multiverses.
I wonder if we'll spot any spots from Spot.
They leave a package though, like ring the doorbell, right? Because if I do get the package I need within this stream, then I'm gonna try and set up the PS2. Because we have to see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to buy a capture card, a new capture card. I don't know why they got rid of the ability to capture AV footage. That's just really annoying. Like, it's not that hard. But if the adapter works with no issues, then we should be good. Squeezy, don't shoot me. Now skin off my ass. Oh, I'm going backwards, I think.
Better already.
Well, let's avoid that. Get the bubbles. The bubbles, bubbles, and then go get the candy. But before we do, okay, hold on. Let me cross this. Let me get away from these guys. I want to get to a safe location. Yeah, as long as you keep jumping, you're good. Ooh. Alright. Damn it. It's not done. It will be, though. And then I'm gonna check. We gotta make sure. This game is dead and nobody told me. Okay, I gotta start climbing. Oh, perfect. I was just about to say, if there's bubbles in an area, it means I haven't been there. So it's probably the right way to go. Can I...
Put that jelly in my belly.
I don't think I can cross the lights. But I do need to go this direct. Oh, it's just right there. Wait, are we starting from scratch?
I've been trying to find chocolate for 3
good,
days.
this guy.
There's almost
The
nothing
achievement
left.
keeps showing up on
Except
my
for, well,
computer.
I could tell you, but you have to promise to
What did I
split the
get? Oh,
spoils.
I didn't even get to read it.
I'm all ears. Well, actually, I'm mostly cellulose, but
Yeah. Look,
Sorry.
a weird
I couldn't help
and
myself.
very heavy rock crashed behind my house, right on my chocolate shed.
Chocolate shed?
Maybe you can move it. Here, let me open the gate for you.
Open the gates. That's your gate? So you're not from our world, you came... Also, Rock Bottom is not an alternate dimension. I guess this one is. But this also implies that this game is set during Halloween, but Bikini Bottom just doesn't care. So what did I say? I was going to get more sound effects. I was going to look for Check It era. I always do this. Whenever I'm on stream, I'm like, oh, I have so many ideas because I'm only ever doing one thing on stream. And I'm normally multitasking. I was like, oh, I could definitely do this off stream. And then as soon as I'm off stream, I'm editing. I get in the editing zone. I'm only doing editing. And it's like exhausting to do anything else. And I use the little time I have in between to like lie down and contemplate. Hey, bud. Okay, well now I have options.
Chocolate! Chocolate! Finally, chocolate!
That's from the show. He sounds a lot like... Not Rocco. Who's the... It's not Tom Kenny. I think it is Mr. Lawrence, but it's the... I haven't watched Rocco, but I've seen clips. It's the... It sounded like the turtle. Or one of the big heads. Because I have seen that clip. Oh, baby, oh, baby. That's something I should... That's, again, like... There's so many classic cartoons that I haven't watched that if I just had, like, a little guy around, I'm like, hey, let's watch a cartoon for fun. It'd be a lot easier. But also, I remember being a kid, and I'm kind of the same way now. Kids don't want to watch new stuff. They want to watch the thing they like over and over. So I'm going to show them, like, SpongeBob, and it's like, oh, we watched SpongeBob yesterday, let's watch Rocco today. And they're going to be like, no, can we watch that same SpongeBob season every day? And I can't even fault them because I do that with the shows. All the time. I shouldn't be over here, right? This is backtracking. Is that truck gonna come back? I don't need it. Oh, no. I don't need it. That's another classic SpongeBob reference. There you go, guys. Oh, I should have kept the soundboard where I'm going. That's the thing from the thing! It was mostly applicable in Star Wars games, but it also works here. We could probably finish the level. I don't know how long it is, but in the allotted time we've given ourselves. I'm pretty sure the package is not going to arrive on this stream. But that's another thing I gotta do today. What I gotta do for sure is go to the bathroom. Like, right now. Nothing? Ah. Hey, look, nothing. Yeah, I know we're supposed to go to the right, but there's so many breakable things over here. They knew what they were doing. Set these up in perfect position for me to break them.
Nervous around monsters.
You live here. Like, I understand why SpongeBob's upset about the monsters. He lives in his sheltered little suburbia. He didn't rough it on the streets. But, like, why do the Rock Bottomites? You guys live here. You haven't truly lived until you lived in Rock Bottom. Let's see what classic character this is.
I can't understand your
accent. That's a SpongeBob reference.
Trick or treat.
Oh. Why didn't you say so? Here. Have a candy bar. And nice costume by the
Put that suit on, sailor. I love that clip.
Thank you.
But I'm also thinking about the spingebill sex joke horizon. Because it's so abrupt and shocking. Sorry. That time I didn't mean to do it. All the other times I did. So many breakable things. It's like I'm in heaven. It's like I died. Excuse me? Oh, I'm not dead. I'm not
I
dead.
think the monster's all in our heads. Maybe we're the monsters. I know my upstairs neighbor is.
See, we need more of that in this game. Maybe the real zombies were us. No, it's the zombies, you idiot. Hello? Okay. Hello, goodbye. Didn't I do these already? You are safe, citizen. did these. But, I mean, the number hasn't changed, so nothing reset. Okay. What classic character do you think it's gonna be? I hope it's Squilliam Fancy Son.
Have you seen my snail? Tiny, cute,
Oh,
sweet,
it's the Amy
with
Poehler
very
old lady who
expressive
eats
eyelashes.
snails, right?
If he's really sweet, then the monster probably took him.
That's the kid who goes, "Oh, that's okay, you can keep it." Except he's blue.
It ruined everyone's Halloween by stealing our sweets. The last time it was seen, it crawled down the racing track. I think the track probably leads all the way to its lair.
This is a load of barnacles.
There it feasts on innocent...
SpongeBob joke.
We need to find more candy to get out of that racing track.
I think I'm too cynical on this. Why can't I just enjoy things? Probably because I didn't plan on playing this game today. I like I've been complimenting my costume. What if I just dressed as default SpongeBob? Have I told that story where, when I was in Fiddler on the Roof, it wasn't a dress rehearsal yet, we were just dressed in our normal clothes. And I played the beggar, the person who begs for money, or for kopecks, rather. Why does he get 2 kopecks? It's like, oh, it's hard for business. Well, it's hard for you. Why should I suffer? I don't remember my whole line, but it ended with, why should I suffer? And we weren't in costume. We were just like, it was a casual, non-dress rehearsal. It was one of the first rehearsals. And I just showed up, and our buddy, our one friend, who always means well, went up to me, and he thought I was like method acting or whatever. He's like, "Hey, Andrew, nice beggar outfit," like dressed like a homeless person. And I wasn't in costume. And I said, "Thanks, man. These are my clothes, but thanks." Like, that's such like a joke you would write. Like, no, these are my normal clothes, but it legit happened to me. I was dressed like how, like, a t-shirt and like ripped, fucked up jeans and like a beanie and maybe gloves. It may have been cold. And he said, "Nice beggar outfit." And I was, "Thanks, man. These are my clothes." I thought it was funny. I took it in stride. Not in stride, with pride, because I purposefully dressed like a homeless person. It's what I'm going for. And that grunge style. Bun, 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 bun. I didn't know that the old lady who eats snails was Amy Poehler until I think it is, right? I looked it up after. I also didn't know like how involved she was with like a lot of cartoons on Nickelodeon. She voiced and created the Mighty Bee. And I loved the Mighty Bee. I didn't even know that. It blew my mind. I love Amy Poehler. I don't think she's been involved with something I didn't... I mean, I'm sure she's like made a cameo in like a dumb comedy or whatever. Okay, how do I get up there? I can't... Did you guys hear that thing turn on? It's really loud. Can I walk on the lights? No. Well, that's a bummer. Okay. Takes me up there, and this takes me up here. That's... The path leads there. I need to get over to the statue. I think. That's at least in the right direction. You can pick up more momentum by rolling and then jumping. Can I reach that hook? It's closer. I don't know if it's close. I need to get up to there. Can I climb this way, or is it forbidden? I feel like I'm back where I started. Follow the path, see where it leads. Follow the money and see where it goes. I also, if my, you know, I don't want to bombard my little cousin, but if he's getting into musicals, I gotta red pill him on that. He can't listen to Heathers or Be More Chill. I don't know, or I feel like Little Shop is appropriate. It's like violent.
Ow! Sweet Neptune, are you insane running around like this? Don't you know people have phobias?
It is a prominent Rocco character, but I don't think it's the one I think of. It's not Mr. Big Head.
Sorry, I didn't know my costume was that scary.
And I
What
don't
are
know
you
if it is
afraid
the
of?
turtle. It might be.
Boxes, man, boxes. You never know what'll be inside or where they'll take
Isn't there
you.
anything on that isn't
It's too
about
late.
boxes? I'm beating their SpongeBob references with my own. Oh, these modern SpongeBob. I'm gonna draw a little DeviantArt thing of classic SpongeBob killing modern SpongeBob with a gun. And Johnny Test too. Fuck that guy. He should also die.
And you look just like one. All square-like.
Sometimes boxes have good things in them, like Krabby Patties.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right. Here's some candy.
Thank you. Balloons? Don't you know people have phobias?
That's all the candy we need. Now we can give it all away to Mrs. Pop.
I do love the music too. You know what? I'm starting to warm up on this game. I was just upset because I like the stream. I don't know. It's not actually unprofessional. Streamers change their shit all the time, but I always feel unprofessional whenever like I schedule. So this is why I never schedule streams, because I always know something terrible is gonna happen. It's my fault for not looking into stuff ahead of time. But even if I did, I just assumed everything would work, and they only stopped working recently. Even if I did check like yesterday, it wouldn't have changed anything. I still have to order stuff. I couldn't speed up the package.
With nuts.
Fancy. Now keep still. This is going to hurt.
Wait, what?
It's a snail race. You have to be a snail and fast. Go!
Oh, is this gonna turn me into... This episode scared the shit... I talked about it in childhood trauma. Is it gonna turn me into the... I'm glad they referenced this, because they never referenced this. Did you know that there's a shot where Squidward actually transforms into a snail, but it's actually lost media because normally SpongeBob uses the bubble transition, but in that episode, for whatever reason, it uses like a screen warp, which doesn't make sense until people found the original broadcast and realized that there wasn't lost media and that people actually misremembered. Or something like that. How to snail mode. It's just like roller coaster. You bash A to get uphill, and then you slide down it. Is this a race? No more squirrel jokes. I hope we see some other snail cameos. Like Squidward's purebred. Or snail Squidward. Alright. Are these obstacles or do they do damage? I think they're just obstacles. They seem nice enough. So I can keep bashing it the whole time. I probably should. Pew, what's that horrible smell? Come on. I'm gonna win the race. They're right on my tail. Well, I never want that to happen again. That's one of my greatest fears. Not specifically turning into a snail, but being forcefully I guess he agreed to it. What do you think?
Oh, you survived. I mean, you
Everyone
won the
says
race.
this.
Congratulations. Now go bother the other kids.
Pew, what's that horrible I know I'm focusing on playing games because there's a lot of games I want to play and finish. But I would like to do another stream where I just watch like old commercials and shit again. That's fun. If I go on Kick, I can watch copyrighted material.
Sticky sweet.
Freaky sweet. Is he the Wrangler or is he gonna fight them? He made them mitosis. I don't think that's correct. I didn't learn anything. Oh, great. Talk about divide and conquer. I like that. They should give him more Gex lines. If they ever do a Family Guy 3D platformer, just be like, oh, this is worse than the time I was at Liam Neeson's house. Freaky sweet. Someone should mod this game to replace SpongeBob with Peter, because he already says freaky sweet. That's Peter's catchphrase. Or it was. So they ruined it. That's it. You know what? Commission another DeviantArt image. Classic SpongeBob and classic Peter beating up modern SpongeBob and modern Peter. And Johnny Test. He beat him up too. Can I break this? No. I unlock a new ability every time, I think. I gotta get up there. Gotta get that. Holy shit. Gotta get. How does one go about getting up there? I feel like I'm supposed to go down there, but now I need to loop around in some way. Excuse me? I did not let go of that. Alright, fine, we'll go this way.
Ooh, there's a shiny candy.
I love the slime tutorial.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Don't touch it, Patrick.
You can watch the SpongeBob musical. There we go.
Patrick, you're glowing.
I want that.
Who said that? How do you know my
What?
name?
Patrick, your genius is showing.
It's me, Patrick.
I thought I was Patrick.
No, I'm SpongeBob. You're Patrick.
I'm SpongeBob. Alright, I want whatever that was. Did I not pick up the bar? Alright. All bubble-blowing babies will be beaten senseless by every able-bodied patron in the bar. Get me the heck out of here. Rev up those fryers. I'm only going to communicate in SpongeBob quotes from now on. Starting now.
SpongeBob is too dark here.
Careful, SpongeBob.
These cables are glowing. Maybe they feel pretty. Ow, 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 ow.
Another day, another nickel. You're good. You're good. You're good. I've run out of quotes to be applicable. Sorry, I ruined the bit, I know. I don't watch enough SpongeBob. SpongeBob, SpongeBob, Patrick.
What are best friends for?
Patrick, Sandy, Sandy, Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs, Squidward, 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 Plankton, Plankton. Turn on lights. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights on. Carry me home. Na, 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 na. I don't know if I can get there. Oh, hooky time. The hooks, boy, oh, beware the hooks. That's a quote. Count that. We're counting it. Don't you just love SpongeBob Tuesdays? It's way better than Banjo Wednesdays or Pokemon Thursdays or even Smash Bros. Fridays. Definitely better than Street Fighter Saturday or Tears of the Kingdom Sunday and Metroid Monday. Metroid Monday only happens sometimes. They should... Listen, you can't revive... It's probably a bad idea, because they would definitely lose money, right? You can't revive old cartoons through, like, a modern movie or reboot or whatever. Just make, like, a new... They should make new games about older shows. Obviously, that's me coming from a standpoint of nostalgia. I have, like... I'm always up on the animation news. So I relay them to my roommate, who then gives his 2 cents. And we were talking about, like... the Warner Media sorry. You guys don't know about that yet. The Warner Media merger, and how about, like, their focus more on Adult Swim, and the 2 shows, Superman and Unicorn Warriors Eternal, were meant to be Cartoon Network shows, and then, and we would always just say stuff. I would be like, oh, they should just extend Adult Swim early. They should just make the channel Adult Swim Earth. Like, he said that or something, and I'm like, no, they can't do that, and then they did that. And then one time, he was like, they should just show reruns of old Cartoon Network shows. And I had my argument ready, but it wasn't my argument. It was just some argument of someone else I heard that I parrot, I guess. Where it's like, no, you know, modern kids don't really care about that. And the people who would be interested in that anyway aren't watching cable, so it doesn't matter. But then recently they started showing, they're implementing a block where they show classic cartoons. When are they doing that? Because I kind of want to catch it. Cat Dog the video game. Exactly. Make it like an It Takes Two style video game. It's a 2-player video game. One has to be the cat, but they control the same person. That's a fantastic idea. You guys can have that one for free. Nickelodeon, Paramount, THQ, go ahead. Can I not pick those? I have to hit them. I'm trying to... Okay, bubble these. You guys mind if I bubble? I'm very hungry and also really need to go to the bathroom. I needed to eat before stream, but I forgot to do so, so I just had like an apple, which is not a good replacement for like a meal. I always if I have like one thing, I need like so much prep time, like mental prep time, where I'm like, well, I can't eat now. The stream is in 2 hours, and I need to set up and get mentally prepared. I did spend most of the time. It's not that I chose not to, it's that I was busy trying to fix the stream and trying to figure out what we were doing, because the whole thing was a mess, and that's why we're doing this instead of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Sorry.
I'm feeling better already.
Oh. I think I need to bubble these. Because the little star of the waypoint is just going towards the button, which I already hit to turn on the lights. I guess I need to hit more, which I can do. I need to turn on one more lights. And that's this one. Huzzah! Eureka! Investigate the building. Show him the Goosebumps musical. The only reason I thought of that is because it says investigate. I like that one. Or I like parts of it. Oh, we gotta build the hatchling slasher.
Sandy!
Who are you?
Sandy.
The name's Candy, with a C as hard as the toffee in Grandma's candy dish.
Oh, she's a stripper.
Thank you for bringing the power back.
Nobody who's not a stripper is named Candy.
We're looking for my pet snail, Gary. He got lost. Probably kidnapped by a monster. Have you seen him?
Haven't
ate
seen
him.
your pet around, I'm afraid. But that monster, they say its lair is in the museum.
I have SpongeBob linked to my brain with Chowder and Flapjack, the SpongeBob musical. Exactly. Welcome to the SpongeBob stream. Welcome to SpongeBob Tuesdays. We were supposed to play a different game,
but it might be your
but my
best chance to
PS2,
find
all my
another
controllers
critter.
are missing. I don't know where they are, and also the capture
reasonable.
card's not working,
We
so we
should
can only do
ask this
HDMI. So
monster
we're going back to
if it's
SpongeBob
seen
SquarePants
Gary.
and the Cosmic Shake, or if you trust what the stream is titled, spinbebillcosmic rerurns.
Patrick, I don't think monsters can talk.
You know what? My little monster theater has been reset. You mind giving me a hand with putting it back in order?
Yes.
If you do, I'll open the way to the museum for you, so you can go look
I'm
at that
using my
monster
controller
and
to
your friend.
scratch where a bug bite is. Because, like, I don't know if you can see this, or, like, listen to this, like... It's, like, rough there, so it's great for scratching. But I'm just gonna get fucking
I don't like it.
bug
but if
germs
there's
all
a
over this
chance
controller.
Gary is with this monster, we
I don't know
have no
how
other
bug
choice.
bites work strictly, but I'm pretty sure if you scratch it, it spreads
Oh,
more.
Poor Gary.
But I think
Let's
that's
get
more
this-
under the skin than it is anything with, like, actually contagious. Do I push these? Alright, let's center all of them. Yeah, this seems about right. Okay. Trying to do this quickly. Oh, okay, we gotta move them. Can move this. Oh, I can move this farther. Oh, no, okay, so they each go on opposite ends. And then we push this back. No, too far back. Oh, perspective. We push it this way. We push it this way. Ah, ha, ha. We've discovered perspective. SpongeBob cartoon game time. Yeah, you get it. Welcome to, it's looking like, I mean, it says first BH Ultra stream. You could very well have come from YouTube, but welcome.
Jolly balloon bobbing about.
I was going to show you the schedule, but the schedule is now in flux. It really depends on if I get the thing shipped today that I need to. I'll check in like 15 minutes, and I'll also use that. use that opportunity to go to the bathroom. Because I feel like I'm gonna explode. Don't you guys love this when I go in depth about my bowels on stream? I'm not gonna hide anything. I'm an honest guy. I got nothing to hide. I shit just like everybody else. I'm a cold-blooded American man, alright? I shit in the sink just like everybody else. Sir, I'm from YouTube. Well, welcome. Welcome to the light side. Earlier this year is when I was streaming on my YouTube channel. And, I mean, we're going back to, like, someone asked earlier, like, do you think kids play these games or if they're just for, like, millennial adults or whatever? But, when I was playing this game, most of the chat was, like, children. And I tried to find a nice way to get them to leave. Because I don't want to, like, if they're a fan, I don't want to tell them to fuck off. But also, like, I was talking about, like, cum and, like, shit. And being like, oh, fuck this game fucking sucks. And then someone was in the comments like, I am 10 and I love SpongeBob. And I don't want to be responsible for that. Like, I mean, it's always the same way. I assume all of my viewership is just exactly like me. Just like people in their early 20s. But it's possible that there are both older and younger. But I don't know. I don't think younger people on YouTube watch, like, video essays. Or, like, kids. I think they watch, like, Markiplier, Five Nights at Freddy's Part 68, you know? Or they watch, like, Ninja. I don't think... Well, I guess this would be a replacement, then. I'm from YouTube, I don't shit. See? They get it. Follow the slime trail. It sounds like my Saturday night, am I right, boys? There's a big arrow, so I think I'm gonna follow the big arrow. And there's bubbles that way, because I haven't been there. And I got a checkpoint, because this is definitely the right way to go. From the very small amount I played Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, where I've been stuck on the first, like, world, it seems a lot like that. It is interesting to play, like, an older game. Like, I mean, this game basically only references the first 3 seasons anyway. But it's interesting to play a certain SpongeBob game, so you could see, like, exactly where they were. Because, like, Battle of Bikini Bottom, I think, was the first 3 seasons, but I'm pretty sure the game before it... I don't know if Season 3 was out or not. Life is a dream, and you gotta make it! Maybe we didn't sing it right. That's one I quote a lot. But no one ever quotes that one. I think it's really funny.
I'm a climbing expert.
Life is as extreme as you wanna make it! Because he becomes the snowman. Oh, I got dead again. This game cheats. Oh, I'm cheats. Aha. No, okay. That's the wrong way, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Okay, how can I turn this around? How can I make this about me? Yeah, I think we're going the wrong way, but at least we can backtrack and get the stuff we missed.
A little dab will do ya.
Okay. Well, we are in trouble. There we go. And now we get another shot, because there are still some we missed. Like that one. That's gonna bug me. That really bugs me. Fuck. I do wish they played, like, a different... I like this music, this spooky music, a lot, but I wish they played a different theme for when you're doing this. Because, like, the music's a lot quieter than this wet tongue squelching.
Go, SpongeBob! Taste that ground!
Don't eat the yellow sand, Patrick. Oh, yeah, I forgot. All these quotes are from the same episode. Alright, Coliseum time. Keep doing this. If they run into me, that's their fault. I gotta start roll and swing now. Freaky sweet. Lowish, lowish, lowish. I don't have any, because, like, when I was a kid, I watched YouTube a lot. But now I understand how annoying that is to have, like, I remember being pissed as a kid when I was 14 and I was on Tumblr, and there was like a running joke about like, oh, the 14-year-olds on Tumblr, and I was like, yeah, but some of them are okay. Like, I really wanted them to like me. But now, it kind of seems like I mean, again, it's like you hear stuff on the internet and you think like, oh, this is how the world is, but it actually isn't. On the internet, it seems like kids don't want to be adults at all, which is completely fair. But I remember as a kid, I wanted to be an adult so bad. I hated being a kid. But I wanted to like have freedom. But I still liked kid stuff. Even as like a teenager, I wasn't like, oh, I want to grow up, because I didn't think I was going to make it past like 18. If we're being completely honest. But I was like, I want to be a kid again. So even as a teenager, I was very, cynical. Kids on YouTube be like, my Walter Hartwell White live at 388 Negra Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Oh, right. I read it as live, but I get it. He's doing it. Yeah, it's like, I live here. I don't think I ever... Here's the thing. Again, if we're talking about, like, hypothetical, like, raising a kid, the internet now is way different from when I was growing up on it, so it's not, like, the same thing. Me being on, like, Cool Math for Kids is not the same as kids being on, like, Twitter or, like, Discord, you know? That's another thing, is, like, I don't want to keep shitting on the same kid. But while I was streaming, I was talking about, like, the Patreon Discord. I'm like, oh, my Discord's... I wasn't, like, selling it, but we were talking about something that happened in the Discord. And the same 10-year-old kid is like, oh, what's your Discord? And I was absolutely not. Not even just for me. I don't think any kid should be on Discord. That is an awful idea. I think the pandemic had a lot to do with kids just being... I mean, they were already hyper online because everything's online now, but... I don't mind kids watching YouTube, or even, like, looking at posts and stuff. I don't think they should be posting or engaging with it, right? Because, like, I had a Vine account when I was, like, 12 or something, or maybe younger. But I remember on YouTube, I didn't make a YouTube account, and I didn't start posting until I was 18. And I'm glad I didn't, because well, that's not entirely true. Just, I know that I made cringe that's out there. And that's the problem with a lot of kids, is like, everyone wants to, I think kids should be allowed to have access on YouTube. You know, because I was, and I turned out like this. It's not going to make your kid dumber or worse. It is going to make your kid want to be a YouTuber, though. And some would argue that's a fate worse than death. But I don't think they should, like, speak with people. I was in, like, wrestling message boards talking to strangers, but it was only ever about wrestling, and I got in trouble with my parents for doing that. I had to sneak up behind him. But yeah, if I had a kid or if I was in charge of children, I think, yeah, they can, you know, watch YouTube stuff, but not, like, predominantly. And there should be an alternative. That's the thing. There's no adolescent content anymore. It's only ever Doo-Doo Baby Show Cocomelon or Squid Game. There's nothing in between anymore. I'm sure, like, Disney Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon still make shows like that, but I don't think people are watching TV. So, like, and I'm not a parent, so I don't want to be like, oh, parents are lazy, but I feel like a lot of the parents complaining about, you know, kids having YouTube or, like, there not being enough content are just, like, not watching what their kids are watching. Which, like, I get, you can't watch your kids 24/7, but you can set up infrastructure. Because, like, again, I watched Adult Swim when I was in kindergarten, and that's why I'm the way I am.
These massive amounts of candy bars must have
so maybe it doesn't matter, but I don't know. I would get a streaming account for my kids and be like, here, watch, like, fucking SpongeBob on Paramount Plus. You know, I wouldn't give them unadulterated access to, like, these streaming things, but also, if they have, like, phones and shit, it's kind of hard to do that. But I have, off of being raised on the internet, living on the internet, and working on the internet, I don't know if I want to have, I don't know if I want my kid to have a phone until they're, like, a teenager. Like, I'll be an uncool parent, I'll give them, like, a flip phone or whatever, and a DS. Up until that point. And when they're old enough, I'll give them a phone. But I think I would do what my parents did. I don't know if they still make iPod touches. I don't think they do. And that's probably a big reason as to why kids just get phones now. When I was a kid, I had an iPod touch, but you couldn't call anyone, and you only had internet access when you were on Wi-Fi. I think I would do that. There's probably a way to get a phone without, like, internet access, like without 3G or 5G or whatever. So I would just do that. I would just make it so you could only do online stuff while connected to Wi-Fi. I mean, obviously, all that meant is, as a kid, I just downloaded a bunch of inappropriate videos. Not like porn, but just like stuff that was definitely not for kids on, like, iTunes back when it was allowed on there. What am I supposed to do? Defeat Gary. Is it something to do with this? Okay. Do I hit these back? I'm dead is what I am. Oh, I did damage to him. I don't know how did I get up here? Sure, I'll take it. Why not? Hide behind the snare. Hide behind the snare. Gotta move fast. Gotta move fast. It's another spingebill quote. Time for a rip snorting good time, SpongeBob. The reason I quote that specific episode so much is because of Rip Snorting Good Time. Oh, the snails. Oh, the ooze is like connected to him. So he's being possessed by these vending machines. I forgot the name. Alright, hold on. As a 15-year-old who has been online since I was 4, I completely agree with everything you're saying. It's hard for me to find like a balance because like everything's online now. And most content is online. Kids don't watch like kids shows, they watch like content creators. So as a parent, but now with streaming, there's huge libraries that you have access to with previous kids content that you could totally just have them watch that. I don't know. I think it's just about, I think parents, sorry, I was scratching my nose. I think parents don't want to take responsibility for a lot of the stuff that's kind of their fault, you know? The same reason, like, when I worked at the movie theater, the only reason we're supposed to card kids for, like, rated R movies is not because we have any, like, responsibility. It's just because some parents complained because their kids will sneak out and go watch a rated R movie, and then they'll blame, like, the theater and try and sue. Parents do that a lot. Some parents. And it's the same thing. People complain about YouTube a lot, or parents who's like, this isn't appropriate for children. Well, then don't have your kids fucking watch it.
We have to get him out of here.
Like, I had basically unadulterated access to YouTube, but my parents never complained to YouTube. I was the one that got in trouble, and they banned me from watching it. It didn't stop me. Same thing with Adult Swim. I still turned the TV on late at night when I knew they were asleep. Kids are gonna find a way around it. Here's what I'm saying. If I, like, oh, my kid's not allowed to have an account on anything, I know they're still going to have an account, because kids will always be smarter than their parents when it comes to stuff like that. And kids are, like, you think your parents know everything, they don't. You can easily hide stuff from your parents. I did it all the time. I smoked so much. And I snuck out a lot. And as soon as I got a car, I didn't need to tell them about detention anymore. I just could drive myself home. So I know, like, in this hypothetical where I have children, hypothetical kids, I'm like, you're not allowed to have an account. I know they're still going to have them, right? And you can't do anything to stop that aside from putting their phone in, like, a locked safe. But that's their fault, then. That's their discretion. I'm also a firm believer, I don't know why I'm being so staunch about how to raise a kid when I've never done that. But I think you need to let kids make their own mistakes, you know? Not like life or death mistakes. There's some stuff with the internet where I don't think kids should be maybe allowed to post because it's not just like a one-time thing. It's like a one-time, like, oh, I learned my lesson, that was cringy. Because a lot of stuff on the internet is, they always say the internet's forever, but that's only if the video goes viral. You know? Which it likely won't. All the vines I made as a kid were not viral. The ones where I was wearing a fedora and trying to be Tumblr funny, no, nobody ever saw them. My mom saw them and I got in trouble. That's pretty much it. And I was on Tumblr a lot, but I never had an account. And that shit was definitely not appropriate. Okay, so I beat 2 levels in, I mean, 1.5 in stream time.
Wait, what's the point of a water tower?
I guess that's a tower.
Oh yeah, a sticky note! Huh.
Wait, if we're underwater, how can there be... Alright, let's go to Patrick's house.
I knew I forgot something.
I gotta launch myself over with that slingshot. Destiny. Fate. Destiny. For Destiny. That's Xavier, I think. But yeah, I don't know.
Great. Now my whole rock is covered
That's
in
just me.
snail
And that's how I was raised. But I wouldn't
just
say
had
I'm
it
necessarily.
cleaned
I
when I
turned out
moved in,
fine, you
too.
know? I don't know who that's supposed to be.
It's a very challenging situation. But could you stop yammering? I'm trying to concentrate.
Gak. Slime.
That was sheer luck. Speaking of which, good news!
Good
I found
news,
that
everyone.
squiddy neighbor of yours. Just give me more jelly, and your new cosmic costume will get you to him.
Oh, we going past SpongeGar? Is he gonna do the funny thing?
Maybe I'll just stay here.
Maybe
and
it's the
nap
way you're
under my
dressed.
rock.
I used to watch Robot Chicken when I was 3 years old. Yeah. See that. I don't know how old are you in kindergarten? Like 8? Because that's when I was watching Adult Swim.
Oh,
I got in
sorry,
trouble in
Patrick,
kindergarten
but
because I was
wheels
in
and
line
heavy
for
rocks
chocolate
don't go
milk, and I
well
was like, oh,
together.
let's play
Besides,
Family
we
Guy.
have to say
And my
the
idea of
word.
playing Family Guy was I said, where the hell is the chocolate milk? And I got in trouble.
Fine.
I don't remember what
Squirrel
came of it. I
knows
just
we'll
remember
nap
being
when
in
we
trouble.
find
I think
him.
I got in trouble every year. I got kicked out of my first grade class.
Nah, I look
Now
like
that I
from
think
the
about it, maybe I
Stone
didn't turn
Age.
out alright. I was not an easy kid to deal with. But also, I had a lot of rage because my parents got divorced. But I'm chill about it now. I talked about it with my one roommate, where I was like, oh yeah, I used to have anger issues. And he's like, really? And I was like, yeah. Because I like go out of my way to be as mellow as possible. I don't get mad about stuff anymore. I try not to. Or if I do, it's in private. And he's like, yeah, I have this one friend who's like the most chill guy ever. And he also said he had anger issues. And I think that's the thing, is that a lot of normal people have a normal amount of anger, but people who had anger issues in the past don't allow themselves to have any anger. So I
know the
like,
thing.
I'll play up anger in like a video game for like a video or a stream or whatever, you know, AVGN style. But like in real life, I'm pretty easygoing. Stuff that I let, but almost to a fault, where I kind of let people walk all over me. I always use this as an example. A fucking waiter or concession stand, they could spit in my food and stomp on it and I wouldn't complain. Not because I'd be okay with it, but because like, oh, you know, I don't want to bother them. I think working in retail is also like mellowed me out a bit. I don't think I would want to go back to working retail, but I would do it differently if I would go back. Because I remember I was so worried about getting in trouble or getting fired, which I eventually did. That like every little thing that I could have easily let pass, I was like, oh, I gotta ask my manager. Someone's like, oh man, my kid dropped my popcorn, can I get a refill? I'm like, oh, let me ask, I don't know if that's allowed. When in reality, if I did that now, I'd just be like, fuck it, sure, get another one for free. Hold on, let's check on multiverses. Can you play the game? Is it a playable game? I was a Garnet main. That's what I didn't like about it, is you couldn't even just pick all the characters. I guess that was... I think the free-to-play model is good for something like this where it's constantly updating, but the only Battle Pass stuff should just be like skins that you can still unlock. Multiverses will return early 2024. Yes. That was me, sorry. Can I play the game? Or do I have to wait to early 2024? Is the game, like, fucked? I'm gonna show me real quick, just in case it's like, hey, here's your account information. Here's your credit card number in case you forgot. I almost forgot. We need to say the magic... Oh, I just spread that all over me. That's fine. I got a login reward. I got a Logan reward. Thank you for your support throughout the open beta. Can I... Wait a minute. Can I not play the game? It seems like it's still up.
Choose your character.
I did like playing Taz, I think. I think I played more Garnet than Taz, but I can't play Garnet. Can I play Garnet? I'll play Garnet.
You have selected me.
I don't know. It seems like it's working. But the question is, will I be able to find an opponent? Can I spike? What was Garnet's gimmick?
Feel the beat.
oh, 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 oh.
Choose your character.
This is who we are. This is what I am. Level 18. If you think you can stop me, then you need to think again. Because I am a feeling, and I will never end, and I won't let you hurt my planet. I won't let you hurt my friends. Go ahead and try to hit me if you're able. Can't you see that my relationship is stable? I think you hate the way we intermingle, but I think you're just mad cause you're single. You ain't gonna stop what we made together. We ain't gonna stay like this forever. If you break us apart, we'll just come back newer, and we'll always be twice the gem that you were. I am an aid of love. And it's stronger than you. Hope you guys like this little multiverses sidetrack. Because I don't want to start another SpongeBob level, because what, I got like basically 20 minutes left. I'm not going to finish something in there. But if I have quick resume on, and it's been on for like 3 months, I guess I might as well, you know? That was the thing with Banjo, is that every time I streamed Banjo, I wanted to finish the level. Because whenever you play a level... I'm yelling a lot, sorry. Whenever you play a level, your notes don't save, right? Every time you leave a level, you need to get 100 notes the first time. Because they don't... Like, once you leave a level, your count gets reset to 0. But the Jiggies do save, so all I had to do in the level I was stuck on was get 100 notes. And then I could just go back to them at any point. And I think there's only like 2 levels left and the boss level in Banjo. That's why I'm thinking 3 days. So hopefully we're playing Banjo tomorrow. You know, if the little adapter comes, I'm going to lose. I just did this to prove that multiverse is still around at the very least. Don't stop. Wait. Don't touch that. Refrain. You can't comprehend with your primitive brains. Untie me. Can't you see I've already won? When Jasper gets back, I'll put an end to your fun. I mean it. Desist. I don't even want to think about the size of the list of every single law you're breaking. Not to mention the ridiculous mess you're making. This is who we are. That's Paradox rap. I didn't come up with that, but... BH Ultra musical episode, you're in for a treat. Oh, speaking of hold on. Since you're the kid here, how did you get into my content? I'm not like grilling. I actually want to know. Like, was it through streams or like TikTok, or was it like the YouTube videos? Because I also talked about this because my my one roommate keeps complimenting me, and I'm really bad with compliments. I don't know how to deal with them. He's like, "You're a funny guy." I'm like, oh, okay. And he was like, man, you're, like, actually, like, famous, which I'm not. That's what I said. But, because he's looking at the numbers, like, the number you see, this is the amount of views. And I think the difference between me and, like, other content creators, at least right now, is, like, there's a lot of views, but I don't think I have, like, a community, you know? Like, I don't know what what the Ultra-ers, like, look like or talk like. I have some patrons in the Discord, but that's like and they're all like very different people. That's the thing, is that like the number of views is like high up, but I still don't feel, at least yet, that I don't have a community, you know? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just like where it's at now. I don't have like there's no, what would you see if you saw like a BH Ultra fan, you know? And I don't know how to remedy that. Maybe, like, going to a convention. I would love to meet some of the fans in person. I got recognized at MagFest, but I was wearing a fucking hat that had my logo on it, so... I'm gonna go check the mail, and then I'm gonna come back, and if there's no mail, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, just to stall for time. I love video essays, so I discovered your channel while I was digging through YouTube. Which one was it? I have a guess. I think I'm gonna guess what it is. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna type it in my notes app. Alright, tell me, what was the video that got you into BH Ultra? Because I always get the same answer. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Go ahead, shoot. I really gotta go to the bathroom, though, so... The stream's on a delay, so I have to wait anyway. Sorry to put you on the spot, but man, if I don't shit soon, I'm gonna explode. So this is all on you, buddy. This is the mark of a good streamer. If you put all the weight of the world in one chat member, especially if they're a minor. It was either my babysitter's a vampire or childhood trauma. That's not at all what I thought it was going to be. Congrats, you broke the mold. Wait, it's not focusing. You can make out it's Total Drama Izzy video because everyone says like, "Ooh, I love the Izzy video." But I appreciate that you found it through that. Did you know about? I want to interview this guy now. Did you know about My Baby Sister's a Vampire prior to that video? And how so? If you're that little, I'm gonna go to the bathroom while you marinate on that, and I'm also gonna check the front door to see if I got my package. And if I did, then we can spend the rest of the stream setting up the thing. Okay, so Package is not here. Which means, you know, maybe it'll come... It said between 3:30 and 6:30, so I'm holding them to that. I hope it comes today, because if not, then no Banjo stream tomorrow. We'll have to figure something else out. I also noticed when I opened the front door, it is so cold in my room, but it's so nice out. We should ask teacher if we can have a stream outside today. So now what I gotta do, really, I'm gonna put the leather jacket away because I'm not putting it back on. It's my legs that are cold. Really, I could just wear longer pants, but I decided to wear shorts because I thought it would be hot. I'm gonna bust that door open. But on this side, because there's like a little deck over it, it's normally a little chillier. I'm just gonna see how it feels. I'm also gonna check on my bird friends, see if any of the bird seeds going. I know I keep getting up and none of this is actually on stream. I'm just doing stuff over there. But I have a lot of time to kill now, so I'll be right back. Oh my god, I almost just puked. It's still so cold over here, but it is nicer out. I gotta get like a rug for right there, because I keep just tracking dirt in my room on my nice carpet. It's not a nice carpet. I definitely gotta vacuum, but it's still pretty cold over here. I was like banging on the window, see if you guys could hear me. I wanted to like move the camera over there, but I don't think it'll move that way. I would like to have a stream outside at some point, because, I mean, if my computer setup's right here, I could just lead it. I mean, I would have to open the screen, but I could just lead them out the window. It's loud out there, though, because it's got that box that goes... I don't know what it does, but I know it's loud. So we have 14 minutes. Let's check the achievements on this game, because I keep getting achievements. Before I do that, hold on. I mean, I've shown my Xbox account, if I don't mind. I don't know if I've gotten friend requests or not. I did, though, recently, a little while back. Yeah, while I was, like, driving out on vacation. I checked, like, my DMs. And, like, I get DM requests on, like, Instagram and Twitter. But I didn't even think to check Xbox. But no, like, it's... Like, people DM me, it's like, hey, I like your videos. But that, like, they're the most dedicated. Okay, so hold on. Check out my gamer score. Unlock SpongeBob. Okay. What does it do? Collect 50 jellyfish. Complete all main missions in Halloween Rock Bottom. Press 50 buttons. Complete all main missions in Pirate Goo Lagoon. Speaking of pirate stuff, I got... Oh, no, these are Street Fighter. Okay. Did I get Sea of Thieves achievements? Because I've been going back to play 360 games on my 360, but I have this account logged in. Because it's cool what Xbox does. As a kid, I had a 360 account, and instead of transferring it up to my Xbox One account, or to my Xbox One, I just made a new account, because I guess I lost the login for the previous one. But whenever you play a backwards compatible game on the Xbox One, it, like, logs you... It keeps your account, but it logs you in. It makes, like, a 360 copy of your account. So whenever you go on 360, your account is forwards compatible, where you can play on your 360 with your Xbox One account, which is cool. If we keep doing... I don't normally care about my gamer score, but I like having all these, because if we are doing the whole games as a service thing, where until the day I die, every Xbox isn't going to be a new console, it's just going to be a different form of Xbox, then I'll keep my account. I'll keep Keki Chief 91, but every time I go to a new console, I changed it, because... You know, I talked about this in the Xbox video, and I really like that video. When you make an account on Xbox Gold on 360, I think you can change your name for, like, money. But you can also just, like, whenever you make an account, it just randomizes something, gives you a random name. And I got Khaki Chief 89, and then when I went up to Xbox One, I'm like, you know what? I'm upgrading. Khaki Chief 90. And then the Series X came out, and on stream, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be Khaki Chief 91. So whatever, when did Series X come out? It was like 2021, right? So in 2028, when the next Xbox comes out, it's going to be called like New Xbox or whatever, I will be Khaki Chief 92. And I will never reach 100 because I will die before then. I do want to play more Sea of Thieves, though. Played Portal 2. I don't know if you guys have heard about Portal, but... Jedi Fallen Order. I remember that. Persona 4 Golden. See, going through this, I don't really play a lot of stuff outside of streams now. So, we're just seeing all my Xbox stuff that I played on stream. Voodoo Vince Remastered. Sunset Overdrive. This really is the path. It's been a long year. Hold on. What is the exact halfway point in this year? I am really just killing time right now, but this is stuff I like talking about. What is the exact middle point of 2023? July 1st. Okay, so we're not there yet. Not if I become Khaki Chief 92 before you. People are mad about Discord, I think, right now, because they got rid of the number, so now anyone can just be anything, but I don't... Maybe I'm just ill-informed, but I don't care enough about that. I'm sure it is a problem, but don't do that. I'm going to send my Microsoft goons after you. I got contacts. That's another thing I'd like to do more. Not like journalism, but I want to get to the point where I'm like invited to stuff. You know, like, hey, you play... Hey, Voodoo Vince 2 is coming out. You want to come to LA and play Voodoo Vince 2? I would love to do that. Especially with wrestling games, because, like, I love the wrestling games community. I think they're hilarious. And for WWE 2K23, they invited a bunch of people who play that game, who are, like, content creators for that game. They invited them to the Royal Rumble to watch it, like, for free and play the game with wrestlers. That sounds so fucking cool. No, don't send the cyber police after me. I'm gonna get those Nintendo ninjas. SpongeBob. What was before SpongeBob? What did I play before that? I got a lot of SpongeBob stuff. Left 4 Dead. I think that was on the Halloween stream. And then 181... Or maybe this was just after. Because my roommate set up a 360 upstairs, and I logged in my account on that. And that's probably where the Portal 2 one came, because we're doing Portal 2 multiplayer. And then these were when I was playing, yeah, Overwatch around Christmas. Right, because I've gotten these achievements before, but this is Overwatch 2. Okay. It's weird that you can never... The achievements I missed in Overwatch 1, I just can't ever get now. They're just gone. And then I remember playing Sonic Frontiers. I did play that for a little bit. Most of my achievements are fish-related. I spent most of the time fishing. I got way more than I thought I did. Sunset Overdrive, that was Halloween, so was Voodoo Vince. I don't remember when I played Multiverses. Overwatch 2, that's probably when it launched. Saints Row, I got way more in this than I played that for a day on stream. Lego Lord of the Rings, that's when I came back. That was my first stream in this room. It hasn't even been a year yet. Man, just going down memory lane. And I did a lot in that game. Yeah, Multiverses, Pac-Man Museum, that was in California. WWE 2K22. Remember that? This was when I played this game, I think, when I got the Series X. And then I remember playing Rise of Skywalker. That was 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? No, it was still last year, but it was before I moved. It was like early. It was like March or whatever. That's weird that was a year ago. It feels like longer. I don't know why I was playing Terraria. I legit, I think I got that because I wanted to get footage for the Xbox video. I don't know, what is this achievement? Destroyed more than 10,000... I'm sure I just destroyed a tile, and then they finally gave me that achievement. Of course, always GTA. 2K22. Doom Eternal, I think, was for finished February. Yeah, Voodoo Vince, so it was finished February. Psychonauts 2. I did try play Halo Infinite. I guess I have a lot more shit. I tried playing Halo Infinite for a couple days. I couldn't really get into it. Hold on. I want to see... I'm going to be a real achievement hunter here and see what achievements I can realistically get in SpongeBob. Here we go. Alright. Not a whole lot. I mean, I don't have a whole lot. I can get a whole lot. Achievement is secret. Secret. Defeat 10 baby booms by reflecting their missile. 10 enemies with the burrower. So this is stuff I haven't unlocked yet. Secret. Defeat 5 jelly makers by knocking other enemies into them. Oh, I can do that, I think. Hold on, I want to check. Can I just go to my gamer score? Gaming. Here we go. Filter. What's hidden? Okay. I want to see, what do I have the most? I can, like, score these by, like, highest, right? Next achievements. Nope. This is okay, so, okay. This makes sense. This all tracks. I used the account to play this on the 360 with my roommates. Can't believe I didn't get any achievements in this. Persona 4 Golden. They made me play it. Cuphead. That's something I would like to play on stream. We started it on the channel, but it's looking more and more like we're never going back to that Let's Play stuff. So maybe I should just play it on my own. I should do that one stream where I just, all the games I'm like, oh, I can't play this on stream because it's for a video. Very clearly the boys are not coming back together. The boys are not, in fact, back in town. It's like Virtue's Left 4 Dead, Dead Space. So this was Halloween stream. This was around there, I guess. I have 0 achievements of Fall Guys. Is my account on this? I think my account is on my... That was the thing, right? Hold on. Let me actually load up the game. I think it was that when I played Fall Guys on Xbox, and I deleted it, probably for that same reason. Clear all filters. No, wait. Content types, storage devices. Full library. Yeah, okay. And this is shit I downloaded, or shit that's on Game Pass. I think I do want to get Banjo-Tooie, like, as a cart, but I think I should probably play it this version, like, on Xbox, because there's some stuff you can do with nuts and bolts, I think. Battletoads I played a little bit on the channel. What was I looking for? Fall Guys, right? Because whenever yeah, I'm going to try and do it again. Because I have my Fall Guys account, I think my Epic account, or my Devolver account, whatever. It's on my computer, it's on my Steam, and it's on my Switch. But whenever I played it on the Xbox, it made me make a new account. And I don't know if I can fix that by, like, undoing it. But how long is this going to take? I think maybe longer than the duration of the stream. Yeah, so I'll do that in the background. I've thoroughly wasted, like, nearly 12 minutes, which is pretty impressive if you think about it. And now there's only 3 minutes left. I'm going to use this opportunity to throw away these little bits that are annoying me. And we're just gonna, sit here in the stream wait screen. And I'm going to sit with you, don't worry. I'll be here in spirit. And just chill the last couple minutes of the stream, which will be nice, you know? So what I'm going to do right now, I think this is going to mess up the stream, because last time I did it, it unplugged something. I'm just going to shut you off. Don't worry, you'll see my face tomorrow. Same ultra time, same ultra place. Potentially Banjo, but, you know, who knows. But I knew it happened. I knew something weird was going to happen. I bumped it a little bit. Oh, there it is. And now it's back. Okay, is the stream wait screen fixed? No, of course not. I got to go find the thing again. Hold on. Do I have to resize it? I hope not. That didn't work. There we go. All right, now we're going to chill here with some relaxing SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman soundtrack. See you guys. Hopefully. Thank you to all the new people and all the returning people. Had a lot of fun. I'm stalling for the next couple whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow.